Right. You'll come in with a tank top on and shit. Nigga, it's still winter time. Oh shit. On water blood and shit. We live. That's what you know, motherfucker.
Okay.
Motherfucker gonna have on Chelsea boots and a tank top, right? And a top hat.
Right. Coming up in here looking like black ass.
He gonna have mohair boots.
Hey, y'all do know. Sam from be walking around bucket naked all summer. Y'all
this nigga about to be coming in here.
That's what's coming up.
Oh my god.
Summer 2023.
Oh my god. This nigga finna walk around bucket naked all summer.
Just because you late, we live right now, just so you know. We just gonna roast you in the whole time.
The whole time till you get here.
Of Sam Marshall.
Oh, I went to Iowa ass.
Until your ass get here, goddammit.
Right.
Your name sound like an alias. That sound like a name a nigga use when he lying. Hell yeah. What's your name? Sam Marshall. Fuck out of here, nigga.
90s R&B singer.
Let me honest. You met a nigga at the club and he like, my name's Sam Marshall. Man, get the fuck out of here. He married. Right. Your name, nigga. You married, ain't you?
Get your old Sam, last name Marshall, face ass out of here.
Swear to God.
I ain't know where you was going with that at first.
Sam Marshall.
It's so bad. Sam. Yeah, that's what we doing. We roast that, y'all, so y'all know Sam is late. And we're just gonna take this opportunity to just
roast his ass.
Sam looked like he the lead singer.
The cover ain't even over here. Damn it.
Sam looked like he the lead singer of a cover band who headlined all the jewels in Chicago. They be like, man, that jewels be juking. You seen that band up in there? Sam be in that bitch getting it, goddamn.
Right over by the floral section.
On the real, he just got promoted to Whole Foods over there in motherfucking Hyde Park and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, testing. Upgraded. No, nigga, you should be here on time, man. You know what time it was.
Y'all see this empty seat?
Right.
We just go. This is where he should be. Right here.
How dare you?
Right.
God damn it.
But he'll be here shortly.
Disrespect.
Yeah, man.
That was coming.
And listen, you missed all the pregame.
How dare you?
Right. Sam don't pregame anyway.
Hell no.
No, he don't pregame at all.
Not like.
Me neither. What you talking about?
No.
We just kind of pre-gamed a little bit.
Huh?
With the conversation.
Oh, yeah, right.
Air quotes.
Exactly.
Insert
with the conversation. Context.
We got up in here. What's going on, Ryan? What's happening with you? Talana, what's happening with you? You know what I mean?
Is Miss Brooks in the building?
That's my homie.
Brooks? I love her. That's my homie.
We on the skit team together.
Are you?
We finna start doing some, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Little creative things, you know what I'm saying?
Are y'all, is it like improv?
No, we finna literally be doing like skits and little short videos and
come on,
acting a fool. Man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Acting like a bunch of teenagers. Acting like a bunch of teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Shit, my daughter gonna hate. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely.
Exactly. Stuff that embarrass your kids.
Oh, if it ain't embarrassing, then
on purpose. Exactly. Yeah.
What's up, Ryan?
I made a living embarrassing my daughters.
I don't know.
You did what?
I made a living embarrassing my daughters. Like I used to they'd be on the phone with their friends. I would take their phone and run and talk to their friends.
Oh, they was mad at you.
I think a lot of parents do that.
Well,
no, I don't actually. I don't.
Well, I had my kids.
I'm talking about like the whole embarrassing kids.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of parents embarrass their kids on accident. Mine was 100% intentional.
Well, see, because I have
what you say? Hold on, what you say?
What's that?
Do we want some Red Lobster?
You don't get your motherfucking ass
man, if you don't bring I want some Red Lobster biscuits.
I was gonna go say, stop and get the cheese.
Yeah, get some cheese biscuits.
No, don't do that shit. That's why I ain't late. This motherfucker over there working part-time at Red Lobster and shit, goddamn.
Y'all want some Red Lobster?
That nigga been stunting like he been getting that money.
Is that your way of letting us know you around the corner?
Oh, original recipe biscuits, face ass nigga.
Man, fucking jive ass turkey.
But no, I used to embarrass my daughters on purpose. I used to snatch their phone and then roast them to their friends.
Oh, they mad at you?
Not really.
What up, cuz?
Because their friends thought I was funny, so they loved it.
Oh, okay.
So then their friends would want to talk to me every time. They'd be like, "Is your dad there? Is your dad there?" So I get on the phone and I start roasting their friends. I used to roast them on the field trips too.
Oh, see, you know what? I'm only child. I've never done the roasting thing, so that's the one place I'm really sensitive. I'm like so sensitive.
I'm the only child too, and that's what I used to do that shit all the time.
Really? I'm an only child. I didn't have nobody.
Because you're the only child, you don't have nobody to go back and forth with.
To roast with. You know what I mean?
What's friends though?
No, but girls. But I grew up in an all-white community.
That's true. Girls will do it with guys back in the day.
Yeah.
Wait, do kids even roast each other anymore?
Like, no,
yeah, I think so.
Do they?
I think so.
They bully. That's different.
I know I see like a few like the little TikTok and IG dudes come up with the roasting style. They was cracking. Remember, DC Young Fly came up on that roasting style of comedy. That's how he became popular, actually, making a little video of him just like rapid fire roasting. Yeah. That's how he became. It's a dude from Chicago known for that shit.
I think I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dude from Chicago. You know, I don't think he's funny. Personally, I don't.
His roast don't be funny.
I just every time he be going in, I be like,
whatever.
Wait, what side of Chicago did you grow up on where they were roasting like that?
So
the north side?
No, I saw.
Shit, you.
Ken, what up, Joe? Real, what up, Joe?
So I was born to the Chatham area, but I moved very early in my childhood to Country Club Hills when it was all white. It was all white.
Okay.
We were like the first Black family to move out there.
Where you graduated from high school?
Hillcrest.
What year you graduated?
88.
Okay.
God damn. No, oh, you was there with Tori, Jesse James.
You know, God, listen to you.
Yeah,
it's so crazy.
Jesse James, the one used to rob the trains?
No, I'm not that old.
Oh, okay. I take the one back. That was funny.
Who you think I was talking about?
I don't know.
You talking about Jesse Jackson?
Yeah, no, just Jesse James.
Down with dope.
Yeah.
With hope.
By the way, that's a dope movie. By the way, if you've never seen it,
Jesse James,
the man, the story of the man who killed Jesse James, the coward. It's called The Coward, and
I hear the door slamming. That's probably
the name of it is. And I forget the whole title, but it's The Coward and whatever the dude's name is that killed Jesse James. But the movie cold.
It's like a Western then.
Kinda. It's actually like the dude who killed him.
That's him.
It's his him telling of the story of how he met Jesse James and how he killed him.
Oh, that's probably good.
It's open. Oh, it's open. Look at this motherfucker.
I love Sam so much.
I'm the king of rock. There is nothing higher. Sucker MCs, they call me sire.
I love him so much.
Never wearing no Levi's. Battle me, why try? I treat you like a stepchild, so tell mommy bye-bye.
Look like an extra in the Beat It video.
Come on.
Oh, look at him.
I love you to pieces,
motherfucker.
Face ass up out of here.
You
got the hat on too?
He just came from...
You got the hat and the chest.
Listen,
right.
You got the chest too?
He just came from Dress to Impress to get the Kango.
It wasn't no way he wasn't going to let us see it.
Hey, how many sleeveless shirts you bought already?
About 10.
About 10.
What up with the fool? How you feel? You looking good too, G. I saw look at what the boy I said.
Swear to God.
Right.
Listen, let me just tell you.
Somebody was like, I need you to teach me how to meal prep. And he was like, I don't meal prep. I just cook every day.
Hey, Sam been working out for 6 months. He was like, yeah, but I could train you, though. I was like, damn, that woman learn to curl and shut up. And she
Listen.
6 months of working out. Now you got a few trainees underneath you now?
Not yet.
You adding training to the resume? You got roofing, cooking, and training.
Not yet.
Not yet. This.
I'm so impressed. But listen, I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was going to be surrounded by this greatness.
She's
so here we go.
She's so ready. Hey, don't believe that butt up right there.
And I was like, this would be such a great opportunity.
Hey, if y'all haven't noticed, on the table are some red cards. Those cards were not brought by any males.
No.
Busting that.
So you see how she coming in?
We busting that.
And then as we was talking before you got here, since you was tardy.
Right. Listen, I've been taking notes.
She's been taking notes on other stuff that she want to ask us.
Right.
Yeah. But it's all across the board. Like, I do want to talk a lot about relationships and sex and stuff, but I want to talk across the board about a lot of different things.
Okay.
Hey now.
So there's like no area we can't just get into. Like, I just want to talk about everything.
Right,
so it might get serious. We might laugh. I ain't gonna make you cry, but I do have that Barbara Walters like quality.
I'm known for being sensitive.
Listen,
I'm just saying. So I might.
How much time we got? I got you crying.
I'm just saying. I might cry. I've been known to cry on Thursdays after 8. I'm just saying. I'm trying to tell you. So this is what we're gonna do because this is a different type show. I'm gonna intro the show early. Normally we get into some bullshit.
Real talk. We never really intro the show. Lately we've been on bullshit. We just go straight in talking.
But I'm gonna intro the show early, and then I'm gonna do something I never do. I'm gonna hand over the keys.
Oh my goodness.
To our guest. I mean, you are a veteran at this. It ain't like you.
Thank you. I am a vet. I do wear the title well.
Yeah,
I'm a vet.
You are a veteran at this.
When y'all want to take the shots?
20 years this year.
We're gonna take the shots.
Yes.
Right before she start kick off the show, we're gonna take the shots after our intro.
Okay.
So let me go and get it. I mean, I feel funny because I can't really see the camera. This is probably the first time I'm doing the show where I can't actually see myself.
Oh,
it feels
wow.
odd.
Yeah.
It feels very odd.
Go with it.
Every time you've done it with me, you can always see yourself, right? So now that I can't, it's like,
Y'all
I'm trying to get used to it.
I didn't have my little setup and shit. Y'all prepared. Okay, come on.
You the one with the flashcards.
Yes, I am also prepared.
what do they say? Land's gonna do a political answer if it get too deep. No, I'm gonna keep it real and raw.
No, Suzette gonna keep us in control tonight. Ain't that right?
I am.
We keeping it.
And we gonna go there in all kind of places.
We gonna be like MC Ren.
You dressed in black just like she was in the Control video. Hey, throughout the show, we just gonna just take random jazz for you being lazy.
I see. That's the kind of night.
Yeah,
all night. You see, we on bullshit already. Already.
We got the Pleasure Principle hip hop look.
But
That's what we gonna do all night.
Like I said, we're gonna keep it like MC
I quit.
Ren. We're gonna keep it real rugged and raw tonight. She thinks she got some questions for these questions. I'm assuming I designed. This is a pure assumption. They designed to be informative towards the female gender or species, however you want to put that these days. All these different nouns and pronouns. I don't know. I ain't gonna say woman because I don't know what that is no more. We're gonna say female. God damn it. So man, for those who don't know. This is Pardon My Ugly. This show is for those who like to talk about any and everything. You're not sensitive. You don't tend to get emotional. You can get deep and heavy into conversations, crack a few jokes, laugh, and everybody walk away still friends. Why it's called Pardon My Ugly, because somebody liable to say something you might not like. You're just going to have to deal with it. And I am your host, your man G-Net, professional conversationalist. To my left, we got my man Sam Cool J in this motherfucker. How you feel, Joe?
I'm good.
You got the glass. You got the gazelles, too?
Nah, I got these motherfuckers from the kiosk at the mall.
There you go. that two for 25. That 2 for 25.
You can't tell though.
You don't get your Chad Ocho Cinco Claire shopping ass.
Claire's
This is nice looking glasses though too on the real.
Exactly.
You doing it right.
You can't tell nobody nothing else. Come on.
And then we got our special guest for tonight. Her second time on the show. You know what I mean, Miss Suzette. How you feel?
I'm excited.
Look, you so ready.
I am so ready. I'm so ready.
She didn't change the tone.
I'm
She done got
so
the
ready.
Oh, she's
But it's not gonna be bad.
view voice. You got the view voice on.
This is not gonna be bad. We're gonna have a good time. I
Yeah,
promise.
that sounds like a setup.
No, not
It
at all.
definitely sound like a trap, though.
No, trust me.
And then the opposite side of me, you know, I always got my man in the house with my co-host Lynn. What's happening with you, baby?
What's going on, man? Feeling good today.
What name you going with tonight? You know, you always got you a different name. What you going with tonight, John?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling groovy.
You looking like
so what name goes?
You looking
with
like
that
a
feeling?
Rufus McFarlane right now. You know what I'm saying?
Now, why don't y'all give me the name? Go ahead.
I like Rufus.
We're gonna go around the table. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't know about McFarlane, but I love Rufus.
Rufus.
I love Rufus.
Okay.
It's
What
70s.
you got? What you got?
It's soulful. It's
That's
R&B.
what I'm about.
Rufus
Bro.
Jenkins.
Dude,
Rufus Jenkins.
This nigga that look like an Otis.
I love
Otis. Oh shit. The beard ain't nappy enough to be Otis, but I'll go with that.
You
I'll
do
go
look
with
like
that.
you got a name that's retired though. You got a name that's retired.
Oh man.
Rufus is retired.
Rufus may be retired.
Otis. That's what I'm saying.
There might not be another Rufus around.
No, Otis. Rufus is a
You
soulful
ain't met a
vibe.
nigga named Otis that ain't been born in the last 30, 40 years.
Hey, that's crazy because look what
Otis.
shirt I got on. Ain't nobody coming to see you,
Otis.
Otis.
Ain't that a bitch?
Just imagine your friend
That's
had a new
scary.
baby. You like, oh, what's his name? And she say Otis.
Otis. That's his that's his middle name.
No,
Like,
No, that's his first
you
name.
named him after your grandfather?
Like no,
Exactly.
That's your daddy name?
No.
That's your dad. That's your husband name?
no, we just like Otis.
You just want to name a nigga Otis?
Keke Palmer just did that.
No, we just like Otis.
Keke Palmer just did
What's
that.
up, baby name?
Like something like that. Like
Cleophas or some shit like that?
yes.
Yeah, but
And
you know, I
everybody
think
was
it
like,
some
"What's
made
up
up
with
shit. I
that?"
don't think it was no traditional shit. I think it was like some made up
Like some
old sounding
some
shit.
two names
Yeah,
put together.
Cleotis or some shit like that. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
Leodonis.
You know what?
Some-
I think that is it.
Yeah,
is
it
that
sound like
it?
it sound like Leonidas and shit. Like he was on 300. It's close though. It is. It's like Leonidas. It's something along those lines. Yeah, she wild.
Oh my God.
All-
300 and Creed.
So all them artists
Right,
naming their,
right,
all
right.
them artists name their kids weird shit.
I don't know.
Apple and
Yeah.
King
Blanket.
and Emperor. Yeah, like I guess they do want their kids to be different. I guess being born with millions and millions of dollars ain't gonna make them different enough. Huh? They have to
Exactly.
give them some weird ass
It ain't
names.
Right.
matter.
Something to stand out.
Hey, whatever.
Right.
When you got that kind of paper, you can do what you want.
True.
Before we get started, real quick, if you had that paper, how would you dress on a regular basis? on a regular basis?
Fucking t-shirt, just regular bullshit.
What about you?
Same as I dress now.
You wouldn't change none. You still.
No, my accessories would take a.
Yeah, my accessories.
My watch would be ridiculous. My subtle diamonds would be on point.
So you be looking nice every
right?
day.
Like I would dress regular, but my accessories would be.
Yeah, like my shoes, I'll probably have like dope shoes, dope watch, but I would
kind of jogging pants and t-shirt every fucking
with flip flops.
Shut up! You'll be dressed like Steve Harvey every day.
The long suit, Steve Harvey, or the new.
You trying to play me like I ain't
no, fuck both of y'all. And because before we went on, they was like, you're an entertainer. So it's y'all fault.
You're entertaining.
It's y'all fault.
But you are. I appreciate. Look at you rolled your hat on when you came in here.
Wow, that was a terrible jab bag. You missed that.
Y'all, you know what?
I rolled it up.
Let's start the show.
Yeah, I rolled it up like I did before. Like I ain't never rolled it up. That's the theme of this show. We just randomly take it to.
Let's start because
relaxing your hair, motherfucker, with the curls.
We gonna get the crack.
All right, let's turn over the show.
I quit.
Okay, you can't quit. We just getting started. Okay, so
tell them what you're doing. So from this point forward, this is not part of my Suzette.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that.
That's accurate.
So this is what we're gonna do. I just thought I would take this fabulous opportunity to give some informative conversation to the ladies.
Okay.
And get the men on here talking too, to see, how they stand on things and see like we will laugh about some things and it's going to be some funny shit and we're going to crack jokes, but I want us to remain informative and take this, think about the question. It's intentional. I'm very...
Oh shit!
That's a call back. That's a call back from the conversation we had.
So before we started, we talked about I am the type of woman that likes intentional. I want you. Yes, so we gonna intentionally take this shot.
I shouldn't have used that word.
Sam, that's you. I know, right? Because it's gonna be intentional all night. Okay, here's to edifying men tonight.
Oh wow! That's definitely a setup. That is definitely a setup.
Come on,
word written out.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
All right, that was good.
Let's get it. Can y'all hear us loud and clear? So we about to get it cracking up in here.
Okay, so I'm not the type of woman that walks down into the pool. I just jump into the deep end. So with that being said, let's talk about oral.
Cannonball.
Let's talk about oral first.
Oh shit.
Let's go. Subject.
Yeah, you do talk about it every day.
Right.
Let's just get this one out the way because it's coming. Let's just give it to him
That's
early.
what she said.
Let's just get this out the way.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Let's go.
Okay, so lots of questions surrounding this, but I want to share an experience with you and then ask you your thoughts.
Okay.
So I was doing a show and this subject came up and the question was sort of like why women don't give head or why do they stop giving head after marriage, that kind of thing. And this woman said in the audience, she said, I have grown up with men weaponizing sucking their dick. Can we say that? Can we just say anything?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Look, Lance like, yes.
She was all right. She said, I have grown up with men weaponizing the phrase suck my dick.
Okay.
In a mean and a condescending way towards me by men. Bitch, suck my dick. Suck my dick.
Right.
It was the 80s?
Okay. But
you said in the 80s?
It probably.
But
oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like she grew up with that having placed that on her.
Okay.
So she says, so now when I'm in adult relationships and I know these are the men who at some point in their lives were saying that or were weaponizing it in a way that it's like you got one over on her because she sucked your dick.
So it's a negativity attached to it.
It's a negativity attached to that. So what do you guys think of that? What do you say in response to that? Look at your face already. Are you confused by it or you just think it's bullshit?
I'm thinking about the question.
You think it's bullshit?
I'm not gonna say it's total bullshit, but to use that excuse,
okay, I should
just don't want to suck dick.
Yeah, grow up.
Don't
need you to grow up.
Say, oh, you weaponized.
So you don't, but you don't think that that's a real possibility?
I think that's probably some people truth.
Let me give you an equivalent to what she just said.
I think it's probably a lot.
Okay, give me equivalent. It better be equivalent.
That's like me saying that I don't like going down on my girl because when I was young, girls used to say I was a pussy.
So that's a stretch.
What you mean? She just said dudes telling her. She just said men saying to her, suck her dick. Suck her dick.
No.
It's just terrible. It's just terrible.
But here's the thing.
Okay, come on, Sam. Come on.
That shit terrible.
It's not. I think you should think about it.
Well, we were like, what, 17, 18? Eating pussy was
not what we
it was not welcomed.
It was not what we did. We didn't talk about that.
No, you can't drink that much.
No.
So you was lying. If you did it, you lied and said you didn't.
Like, nah, I ain't gonna eat pussy because when I was 15, niggas used to make fun of me when I ate pussy.
So you think it's a poor excuse?
Yeah.
You don't think it doesn't have any effect?
It's an assumption because she said the men that she's in relationships, she assumed that this is what they were saying.
So let me ask you this: Do you think how girls, especially like we can only speak for what's in our community, right? Do you think it's a possibility that in addition to how they've been socialized, that their party plays that way?
Because with us, we all play a part in that socialization. Because
I think we're a little bit more thick-skinned.
When a young girl is in the community and you see her behaving a certain way, you label her early. She's fast. That's the girl. She's fast. Like, I don't think that
Don't you be one of them kind of girls.
I don't think that some black men or women sometimes think about the impact that has on a young girl. Like we do. Black women are not allowed the sexual freedom that white women are allowed. White women do a lot of things, and in their culture, like, you don't think so? Come on, okay, let's talk about it.
These
days,
let me
say this.
When you singing about WAP and Lil Kim talking about how she sucked from first class to coach, nah.
Well, let me say two things.
Okay, come on.
In regards to the woman who made the statement to me, let me speak about it seriously. I can understand how someone has a negativity attached to something. So when it comes up immediately in their head, it's negative.
Mm-hmm.
Now, her inability to get over it is a different conversation.
But D. Ray Davis said the same thing. He said because he was molested, like
that's
people used to make him act. Okay, so
she didn't talk about somebody verbally saying something. She ain't saying nobody forced. Like if a dude forced her to give head.
Okay, but
that's, you know what I'm saying. He talking about something that happened to him physically. She's talking about something that was said to her verbally.
Okay.
So
but let me
before I go. First, the other thing, as far as white people, I went to an all-white high school.
Mm-hmm.
This is the difference.
Okay, come on.
They get stigmatized too, but in a white high school, this is when I was coming up. So the black high school is typically the more like unattractive chicks who going, and the pretty chicks is the ones kind of hard to get like put on the pedestal.
Facts.
In the white high schools, it's reverse. The baddest chicks going.
The white girls,
they doing everything, and they so everything so based on like your social status.
Yes,
they just do it with that group and that group only, and they stay within that group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is when I was in high school. I don't know if it's changed. And the ugly girls ain't doing nothing.
No, I was just going to say, in my middle school, now that you point, it was that way with the white girls in my middle school.
The prettiest ones, the ones with all the money, they going with the athletes, and they getting tossed around, and the athletes talk about them the same way we talk about black girls. They used to do this thing in my school called this. You know what this is?
It's something in the middle.
They call it the stinger.
Yeah.
The stinger. Clit, pussy, asshole. So all the girls they did this to, when they walk through the hallways, they be like,
that sounds like
so that mean that's the sign to say, yeah, we did this to short. But the girls knew. They didn't care.
It's like, man,
they didn't care. Everybody knew what they didn't care. Like,
I don't know. I just think black women I just feel like we get it so much harder.
That's what
because we judge ourselves harder.
Stop saying this.
That was good. That was a good one.
What do you say?
That's what she said.
I just think that black people in general are far more image conscious than white people are, because other cultures such as Latinos and Arabic, they hard on that stuff too. Caucasians typically not. They not that image conscious because there's typically no backlash, no pushback, or no There's no consequences for whatever their image is. There is for us. So in general, we're more image conscious. You go to a black party.
That's really what I mean. Like white girls don't care what their image is, and other people don't care either. They're still,
but they're still labeled. They're still called whores and sluts and all that by white men all day long. Shit.
I remember doing construction.
Yeah, because they ain't gonna stop her from getting married. I mean, they ain't gonna stop no black girl from getting married either. Just don't marry a nigga who know you a slut. You get out.
Damn,
like
they don't know that history.
Why would you?
I mean, I agree with you. I'm with the don't ask, don't tell.
I mean, if you getting down in the town, like you at college, you know how to go out to school. You went away to school.
The small town.
Like you ever stayed on campus? You stayed on campus. You went away to school.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I did.
So you would completely understand that the school is a community. So if you're moving around in that community till you gain a reputation. So why would you try to cuff a dude who's aware of your reputation in this small community?
I'm with you because let me tell you what I told my daughter. If you sleep with somebody in your high school, you got to move to a whole nother high school. Don't never fuck with two people. Don't never fuck where two people can talk about it.
Say that again.
I don't fuck in a circle. Never.
So there's 6 degrees of separation.
Listen,
you can't do nothing.
Nigga, that's Chicago.
I was saying Chicago is like
talking. I was gonna say you're talking 4.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
now,
especially at our age,
same high school.
Yeah, like
that means you can only sleep with one dude in your high school.
Yeah, you got to move to a whole other high school.
It's not bad advice.
No,
it's not bad advice.
No, exactly. Right. You know, listen. I'm telling you,
it's protective.
Exactly.
Not bad advice.
No, it isn't. It was sound good advice.
Does this culture, does this new generation care about that? Like ours did? I don't think they care as much.
Nah.
It depends. It depends on, I think, what their upbringing is.
The teaching, yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah said white women use the word slut differently. How so, Sarah? Tell me how to use it
as an empowerment, as whereas in the black community, it's like a shame. Maybe that's what I think. I hope maybe that's what they're gonna say.
Like a badge of honor.
I wonder.
Depends on how you say it.
You think though?
Yeah, they kind of wear that shit like
Yeah, like Amber Rose with the slut walk and the slut thing, and I'm a slut.
Well, white girls didn't start that. Amber Rose started that. That's not a white girl.
I know she's black.
But this is my thing.
Like you watch porn.
Does it matter how the women carry it? To me, is irrelevant. It matters how the men view it. Because it's our view of you that is the issue, not your view of yourself. It's men viewing you and judging you for your behavior.
Not to them. Not to them.
Well, I'm saying,
the women who claim body autonomy, like this is my body, I do what I want to do. But you don't dictate your own value. Listen, here's the thing. You know me and you think alike. I'm with you all day long.
So if you don't dictate your own value, it don't matter what you call yourself. Nobody gets to set their own market value. No one.
No, true.
No one.
You can't.
I mean, at least in their minds.
Nobody.
I'm trying to.
Because the fact of the matter is, you are only worth what someone is willing to pay or give you. So you can tell the world, I'm worth this, I'm worth that, and it's not true until you can get what you said you were worth.
You know what? I'm gonna have to disagree.
Wow. Oh, okay, come on. I'm here for it. Come on.
Because there are some women who place their market value at a certain price tag, depending on their status, depending on who they are,
their attractiveness, their accessibility,
and their market value. They place their market value like if you don't make this, if you don't have this, if you don't meeting the qualifiers.
This. But see, here's the thing: those women attract.
I'm not fucking with you.
But hold on,
so they have placed their market
look like.
But you said you can't.
Hold on, but they qualify. That's their market value regardless. They're not setting it on their own. They're just placing themselves in that bracket. Like
what I thought I heard you saying was that until what their worth is actually paid, that's what validates them really being worth.
Everybody can say,
is that what you're saying?
Right. So I can say I'm worth this.
But unless somebody pays you for that,
it's not true. Now, if somebody pays it, then you were right.
You were right. You guys are saying
right. In other words, that's your way of measuring it. That's your way of measuring it.
Exactly.
If you say, I'm a man, I deserve a woman who does boom, 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 and boom, and you get that, then you were right.
Yeah, one motherfucker I'm taking to Golden Corral.
It only take one.
Not Golden Corral.
But when you say I deserve so on and so
Golden
forth,
Corral.
Right, unless
you
it's
don't
somebody
get
paying
it.
that tax.
yeah, you never get it. Oh, I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth, but ain't no man gave you what you said you was worth. Are you really worth that? It's like if I put a house for sale for $300,000 and it's on the market for 4 years.
What's up,
for
Okira?
$300,000?
That's
Is it really worth? Is the house
hilarious.
really worth $300,000?
No, because then what happens when it don't sell? You start lowering the price.
So if you,
Of the house
so if your
to
mantra
sell it.
is, I set my own worth, I know my value,
Mm.
and you've been single for 15 years, knowing your own worth and your own value. Like, is it really true?
I don't give a fuck what upgrade.
Yeah. Clearly, you need. Clearly, you need an estimate.
Samsung TV.
I
don't give a fuck.
You need to call somebody and get a
Fuck
new
your
estimate.
Samsung.
Nobody paying that though.
Fuck your plasma.
Okay. So both
Check
things
your
are
blue
true.
book value. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go check your blue book value, Joker. Your estimate is off. That's all I'm saying. Get an appraisal. Get an appraisal. Get a real appraisal.
Right.
But what they've been telling you, you've been falling for all these dudes trying to bone you, thinking that's your real value.
Right.
No, they want to Airbnb your shit. You know what I'm saying?
We know what the last nigga.
Yeah, them niggas want a short-term lease. Some niggas only want a year. They only want 6 months. Goddamn.
But it's a rental car.
Yeah.
This shit for the weekend special.
Yeah. You want a nigga to buy the house? Nah, niggas like, nah, can I get the motherfucker for a
Depending on
weekend?
where you getting it from. This motherfucker rent a rent.
Y'all are crazy. Okay.
And you sit there thinking you cold because you can't get niggas on a weekend rental. Like, yeah, nigga, with you for the weekend.
Is that coupons?
Right.
Oh God.
Groupon. You got your shit on Groupon.
Okay, gentlemen. Okay.
Where's this Airbnb?
Stop it.
This is the other
Exactly.
side of you getting there because we gonna get ignorant.
Listen, and I love that because it's hilarious.
But that go for
But
dudes too.
I still want to keep it rolling with some stuff we got to talk about. So
Keep in mind, that go for men too, though.
Oh,
yeah.
A lot of men.
I agree.
Dudes who think they deserve a bad chick and they never had one.
right, you be like, that's
Yeah,
that's not where your level.
Work at UPS.
Right.
right. You caught the vapors.
Okay, so
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
everything is in your opinion, all of that stuff. We don't have to preface any of our thoughts and statements. Whatever we say, we're not going to take it personal. We going to just speak our minds and live freely in this space.
Okay. This is the day.
Oh damn, we were still in the beginning of setting the rules.
No, I mean, yeah, we all over the place.
Yeah,
Right.
go for it.
Right.
Now we here.
It's all over the place. So really what I want you guys to tell me is what you think the biggest misconception of men is. Like, what do you think people think about men that you don't necessarily agree with?
That's a broad question.
People or women?
But
Yeah.
let's go with women. Let's be specific and say, what do you think women? Because a lot of women, we have a lot of misconceptions that you don't feel as much as we feel because your nonchalant exterior makes it seem as though you don't care. The thing.
I'm trying to think. What's the
So
One that I can come off the top is that we don't love hard. And that's one that women think we can never love as hard as them. When in actuality, I'll just say, even in marriage, we marry for forever. It's never, we don't ever see an end in it. The only way it ends is usually when she ends it. Or when she's tired and when she's fed up, when she's unhappy. Because men will go through it. Look, it is what it is. We in this forever, but it's usually until she ends it.
Okay.
So to say that we don't love hard, or we're not really committed or into something, I think that's a false narrative.
Okay.
I agree with that. I just think it looks different. The way we display that, it looks different.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that.
Okay.
I have one that I actually used to subscribe to myself.
Okay. Come on.
That basically men only cheat for sex. I no longer believe that anymore.
Yeah, because a
You
lot
did
of
just tell me that.
Yeah, I don't subscribe. to
yeah,
that
because
anymore.
when men talk about their mistresses, they do more talking than fucking. You know what I mean?
And I used to always say the only reason a man will cheat
It's for
that's
sex.
that's tied to his woman is if she's not giving him sex. But other than that, men don't cheat because of.
So you thought that men cheating was only tied to a physical instinct,
basically.
So
I just say that for years. I just stand on it too.
Yeah, I feel like we had that conversation with you, and I disagree. And
really, so you think it's all physical?
No.
No, he's where I'm at now. That is not
okay.
No. I've always been there. You know,
okay.
I feel like you said.
No, this question. She said, "Y'all just don't love easy." No, that's.
I think that's a.
What,
I think.
Okay,
that's
well,
a
what does that
mean?
mean? I don't love easy. Whomever that is, what's her name on there?
Pateska.
I think she means we don't fall in love easier. That's not a lot of men. Sucker for love.
But what does that mean? Love easy. Men don't love easy.
I think she means don't fall in love easy. That's what I think she means. Like we take a while to fall in love.
No,
is that true, though?
She's on here. Let us.
I was gonna say, is that true?
What does that mean, Miss Woods?
Yeah, she can.
We don't love easy.
Yeah.
Well, continue what you were originally saying, and then she can
about
because there's so many things I want to spin off.
I've always kind of said I thought it was low hanging fruit for women to just kind of label us and put us in a box and say that men only cheat because they just trying to get some more pussy, or they just that is beyond. Yeah, just because it's driven by. We can't control. We think with this head instead of that head, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all motherfuckers make niggas unhappy too.
Yeah, I mean
the reason.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
So you forgot to add that rule. We ain't gonna be cutting you. I know I don't talk as much as y'all, but y'all
right.
But I feel like that there are moments where men will also. I think men and women cheat for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you put them all the categories: neglect, you're not talking to me, you're not available, time, effort, you're not considerate, revenge, pussy, or dick. I think any reason that you say, I think it's shared on both sides. Now, if you put a percentage next to them. It'll be it's going to be off.
Yeah,
it's going to be off. But to think that there's not a disconnect. Because there's a disconnect and you don't understand me. I don't think that behavior is driven by gender.
Okay.
I don't think any of those behaviors are solely driven by gender. I think one will be more dominant, like I said.
Okay, so let me ask a question because I have a theory, but let me ask before I stick to that.
She explained herself.
Okay. But let me get this off really quick, and then we'll go.
That's what she said.
Stop it, Sam. Y'all made me.
Hey, hold her. Find her response and hold it so we can bring it up.
But y'all made me forget what the heck I was getting ready to ask. I don't remember. Come on, just tell me what she said. We'll go back. All
right. She said that basically what I said. She said men love hard, but don't fall in love as easy as women. So what I said, she meant that men don't fall in love.
But could it be a situation? Could it be a situation where women fall in love too easy?
No, I think men fall in love easy too. There's a lot of suckers.
But here may be the difference
for love. I think it's more your upbringing. I think it's your upbringing. Me, I grew up in a house that was full of love. I didn't hear like don't trust these hoes and things like that. It's just love people, and so that's how I grew up. So for me, I fall really easy.
You extend yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of the same way.
I'm pretty open.
I'm pretty open too. Yeah.
How many times you been married? Is that why you've been married all these times?
Oh shit! You walk right into that.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You know what? I said it earlier.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he love easy. See, I don't. I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's your upbringing.
But here's the. But hold on. Let me ask this.
I think it's each individual.
Let me ask this. Do men ever fall quick but just withhold the feeling or the outward display of it?
How do you do that?
Sure.
How do you fall hard but don't withdraw the feeling?
I don't know. I think you guys got that.
She fall quick.
Or quick.
Right.
I'm sure. I'm sure people hide it. They don't want to feel like they make themselves.
I fall in that too, Wanda.
Yeah, I can see that.
Also in love too.
You just listen. You can be a sucker for love, but not necessarily a lame dude who like letting the chick take advantage. When I say a sucker for love, I mean you always falling for motherfuckers.
Yeah, you're right.
You fall in love quick. That's what a sucker for love mean. Like this sucker for love. You done fell in love already.
You just met her. I am too.
You met her 2 months ago and you already in love and ready to marry her.
I'm ready.
You want her too?
I am. Like who isn't? But you know what? This is what I find. I find that people who are not sucker for loves are usually people who are tainted and hurt and got their wall up and all of that, which I can't stand those people like that. Come forward. Listen, people come forward in relationships and got the wall up. Like, I don't want to do that because my last boyfriend did me like this. Like, it's like trying to love somebody with the brakes on. So I don't do that. I just said at the start, I said I'm the type of person I jump into the deep.
You've never been like that.
I don't like tiptoe down to see how cold the water is.
Listen,
in. I'm intentional. I'm in. I know what listen. I'm kind of like Sam. I grew up in a house raised by my mom and my grandmother, and they both taught me to just, be open and be intentional, right? And extend yourself, be proactive in love and not reactive in it. You know what I'm saying? So be proactive in love.
Yeah.
It's not compromise. It's not like to what you said, like what you just alluded to. Like, I'm not going to I start with 100%.
Right. You trust until you can't.
I start at 100%.
You don't wait on building trust. You trust until you can't.
When I meet a person, I don't go in like that. But once we cross that threshold, and we in. Yeah, I'm in there.
Why are we here?
Because why do you even want to do that? Because I think that's, to me, why should something like love be compromised?
Hold on.
It's driving with the brakes on.
Yeah. Let's back up because it's the messages get construed. So are you? So make sure I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
Are you saying proactive love is once you're in love, you're all the way in?
Once I get into a certain level of
talking after the stage of dating, in there.
So I'm still trying to figure out what's proactively being in love. Like,
maybe proactive is the wrong word, but what I'm saying is that when I start displaying love or even saying it, there's no wall up there, and it's not going to be compromised. It's not going to be compromised based on what you do or don't do.
Exactly. And I was dating this chick, and she said to me, "Listen, I'm tired of, trying to really deal with people, and there's like reservation." She was like, "So let's just operate with no holdbacks." And I loved every minute of it. Whether you were upset, whether there was something good to say, something bad to say, you were in your feelings, whatever it is, if it came up, let it come out. Then that way you don't fester shit. It's just like, go listen, look at the last.
Yeah. Here's the other thing. I said what I just said a few minutes ago, but then after going through life, you kind of be like, nah, that shit hurt too much. When you extend yourself, because you know what it's like? It's like being a boxer walking in the ring with your guards down. And then you all of a sudden get punched in the, Then all of a sudden you get punched in the mouth, meaning something happened to you. Somebody cheated on you, or pick your scenario or what level of hurt you want to go with, right? So now you guard it. See, I realized at some point that I don't want to do that. So I'm going to do what I'm going to do based off the dynamics of how we moving in this courtship. And here's the thing. If you show me at some point that you don't deserve that,
Father God,
then I'm going to act accordingly.
Come on, that's
everything. If I got to hold back,
if I got to hold back something as precious as love, then maybe you ain't the motherfucker for me.
Come on.
Then you might not be the woman for me.
You got a brother or a sister?
So,
nah, I grew up on these towels.
I don't operate.
That nigga ain't rare. I'm the same way. Fuck you talking about?
Right. He started with that.
I don't necessarily have an issue with what you said. But
no holdback.
It's scary to walk in that space.
But this is what I wanted to say. Haven't we all been hurt? Yes. Yeah. And no, it's not easy. It's not pleasant. But didn't we all get over it?
What you mean?
So what are we all fucking scared? What are we afraid of?
What you mean? What kind of hurt?
Like, in a breakup, your little feelings get, not your little feelings. Your feelings get hurt. You get devastated. But 90 days, you get over it.
So this is where my issue with what he's saying. So to me, what you saying initially was like you changed based on being hurt.
Yes.
That don't move me.
What don't move you?
Stop.
Hold on. Let me get this.
Stop it right now.
What do you mean?
That's not my experience in my life. I have not been hurt very often.
Well, there we go.
Being hurt has never ever
played a part in how you behaved moving forward.
No.
Any way. I'm not going to do this again.
The hurt?
I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to again.
No. That's not from hurt.
Okay.
That's from failure.
Oh God, here we go.
Shit didn't work.
Fucking failure.
Those behaviors did not work. Or that tactic didn't work. It
This nigga
failed
said
me.
tactic.
Whatever I said, whatever. I'm just
Tactical love.
behavior, tactic, whatever.
No, yeah, I get what you're
Whatever.
saying.
It didn't work. But as far as I got hurt, so I've only.
So you cautious and
I've only really had my heart broken once.
Okay. And what was that experience like for you?
I mean,
come on, what was that
You
like?
can say it, Lance. Come on.
Like, no, like, yeah, was you balled up in the fetal position for 6 days?
No. I was sick. I will admit it. I was sick.
Yeah.
But I wasn't balled up in the fetus sick. I was
standing up.
No, lay up. I was young. I would lay up under a chick and then
How
think
old?
about her at night.
How old?
Early 20s.
Okay. So,
Like, even when
okay, pause. So when you would think about her at night, what was that like?
Oh, I was sick. I lost my girl. I was sick. I was in love. It took me for me to stop having any feeling for her at all took like 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
so
sick.
were you reflective about your behavior? Anything?
That was a unique situation because I knew it wasn't gonna last. I told her probably 3 months into the relationship we are not gonna make it.
Well, and what made you make that determination?
Because I was wise enough to realize that I was dating a woman who was a virgin and I had a lot of experience and I was also very arrogant and I was aware of my arrogance. And this chick was cold and had a lot going for her. And I said to myself, at some point, because I know me, shit gonna go bad.
I know you. I appreciate that you know yourself.
I knew this then.
Okay,
I knew I wasn't behaving properly. I was
right. Men typically do know, but they don't often admit.
But I said to myself, at some point, this gonna go bad. No matter how well I treat her, she's gonna wonder what else is out there because she's never had it. Not only is she was a virgin, she never had another relationship.
So that was
I was her first everything, and I'm like, Joe, she ain't even got nothing to compare me to.
Okay,
really. And I knew I wasn't going to be treating her the greatest. I'm 20-something nigga. I knew I was wild.
Okay, so
I just did math.
So even with all of I got 2 questions. Did you look at her virginity and lack of experience as a negative thing? And did that play?
What's wrong with your asshole too? I ain't like that shit. What you looking at this nigga like making some motherfucking silent? What the fuck is that all about? Hold on. What's all about, my nigga?
Hey, nigga, y'all told me to entertain.
No, I want to know what the fuck that was about, my nigga.
Because me and him looking at like, nigga, you weren't even. I don't even know. You ain't been hurt
at all. You don't think he ever?
No. You just had a high level of disappointment. You weren't. You weren't.
She broke. I mean. Well, actually, what
let me be clear. I hate to even say it that way.
What you mean? I
hate to even say it that way because we already established that hurt looks different, right?
So what we all handle. That's what is hurt.
Fetal position. You're in the fetal position.
You just was.
Oh my God!
I can't believe she did that to me.
Y'all niggas get in fetal position.
I'm laying down that.
How that look?
Don't. I mean, it's your worst hurt. Okay,
like listen, just you asked me what the look in the body language was about.
Sick though.
I'm sitting here listening, but I'm like, this don't look like you was hurt.
What you want me crying in the bed and shit?
Yes.
No,
Sam, you ever cried over breakup?
Hell yeah,
nigga. Justine. Real life from the Cosby Show.
Like a tear hit the pillow.
Nigga, man, I woke up the next morning, nigga. Like, take me.
Can't eat.
Oh my God.
People asking what's wrong with you. No.
Okay, I have cried.
Listen, I
cried the first time before we was married. My ex-wife, she had kicked me out of the house, and I cried.
Unless you're doing the Cuban,
but you got kicked out.
Okay, don't overtalk each other so we can hear.
Unless you're doing the Cuban Gooding Jr. Boys in the Hood swinging at the air cry, you ain't been hurt.
I did. But listen, this is why I don't include that.
You ain't do that.
The reason I don't include that because my kids were involved. It wasn't just her I was losing. I'm losing my family.
Okay. Let me talk about this because Sam, you said something and now these things tie together.
See, I was crying like a motherfucker.
When I hear men talk about divorce or separation, especially with women that they have children with, I've had a lot of men say to me that they're not mourning the person, they're mourning the marriage and the family. Is that what you guys' experience?
I think some men mourn their woman and their family.
Okay.
I understand that. I think a lot of men, this is how I look at it. If you were a man that typically was not good with women, when you fall in love, like Sam was saying, that shit's for motherfucking life. And those are the dudes who cannot imagine their woman leaving them because they also can't imagine getting another one. And they be fucked up.
When they got to go back and get another one.
They don't see a world of ever. They don't see themselves ever getting this situation again. They don't believe in themselves like that to get a woman to love them like this woman did and take care of them and be there for them. They don't see that. They don't see that. They don't see that.
Okay, so
now,
Sam.
Men, hold on real quick. Now, men who are had more skill, more luck with women, who are good with women, they different. Those are the ones who will be like, I love my wife now, but I know I can get another woman to love me. But I lost my fucking family. I lost everything I put into her, into these kids.
Yo,
it's my daughter calling.
I'm glad that you
I'm going to take this too, so I'm going to let y'all handle it.
Okay, I'm glad that you made that differentiation because that's what I was getting ready to ask you. And you sound more like the latter dude. The latter and what he explained. The guy who, you know, that even if you lose a marriage or a situation, you kind of know you could get another one.
I've been spoiled by women my whole life, so yes.
That's your mindset. That's your mindset also?
It's a fucked up mindset to have too.
What the fuck? So let me see.
It doesn't serve well, huh?
It doesn't serve
so
well.
you feel like I can get another one.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to leave? Cool.
Because you know you could get another one.
And I get another one.
That's where you stay the
Just
whole
like
time,
you
or is that your
better.
initial response, and then later on you get the Justine crying, or you?
No, I like me. I never go in it for it to end. But if that's what you want, ooh, let it be.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna fight it.
Me either.
I'm not gonna fight it. Once you say it's over, it's over. I ain't gonna fight it.
Exactly. Once you tell me what you want,
you and better.
It's only one of me.
Because,
it's 100 U's.
Right. But here's the crazy.
That don't mean you want her to go though.
It don't mean you want her to go.
What's the crazy thing? What's the crazy thing?
Okay, come on.
When they see you with a woman of a certain caliber, women see that. And so now the next caliber of women see that you've had that caliber of women, and now you're in that caliber of women. And your shit just go up. The stock goes up.
But you know what? But that's not necessarily a good thing.
And that's what I said. It's not necessarily a good thing.
Because that's why I said I was so spoiled by women. I got my way so much, you end up jaded. And what you don't learn is compromise. Because I used to get what I want.
So what made you come into that understanding then?
Because I was married.
Okay. And so that
I'm married, like this shit gotta work, Joe. But I never had to do no compromise. And I get what I want to be the chick. Like it's my way or the highway. I was like that. That's how I operated. Like if you ain't doing what I want to do, you can leave.
Damn.
I was young.
So what in your wife made you change that? Like there had to be something
I said I do.
Okay, but
we got kids together.
Okay.
And I love her. Well, first of all, I love her. Let's not get to that way. We would have got here. But once I'm a traditional dude who at heart, I was a one-woman man. Always. I did my thing because I always say men who can do. And men who can't don't. That's simple. I don't know no man with the exception of maybe religion. Might be religious. I don't know no man that can and never took advantage of the ability to have multiple women and just didn't do it. Y'all know any men who could have and never tried it?
Okay, so here's the thing. I do know men, but that's not the norm. So in general, your point is more correct. Right. Even if I could say I know a man who does that, but in general.
Right, so when you get spoiled by women, you tend to not develop certain things in regards to working out relationships because you never had to. They basically did what you want.
Okay, so my question is, what was different in the women you weren't compromising with the woman you married and did compromise? What made you make that compromise? What did you see in your wife that maybe you didn't see in the other women to give them that? Or was it just you changing and it didn't have anything to do with?
I think that's a different answer
caliber
for every
woman.
I think that's a different answer for every woman you fall in love with. I don't think you fall in love with I think you fall in love with different women for different reasons. But when you fall in love and you don't want to lose her, that's when you start be willing to compromise. That's with me. Like I don't want to lose her. So I need to do something to appease her, make her happy, fix this, or she gonna bounce.
Okay.
I don't want like I say, just because you think you can replace it don't mean you want to replace it or you want to lose her.
Right.
Like in your mind, what that means is when it comes down to it, if she leaves, I'd be okay. But I don't want to visit that option. I don't want to visit that option.
Okay, so let me ask this. At what point do you say, well, I can get another one of you, or then just work it out?
No, that's only when it's over. That's only at the end.
But
Good
you
for
like
me.
but Sam just said that like if a woman says to him like this is it, it's over, I'm done with that. You'd be like, all right, then you can leave. I'm typically
no, I
like
ain't
that
doing
too.
Yeah,
No.
but it's
But
after I fought for it and
Okay.
fought for it and
Okay.
fought for it, and you're like, you know what, this is not working for me. All right, cool.
That
Okay.
That's different. Yeah, I thought he meant. Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah, I'm
That's-
fighting for mine. Yeah, I'm fighting for mine. Fuck that. I ain't put all this
Yeah.
into you to just let you.
yeah, but
walk
there is a
around.
period
I'm
where you don't want to.
Isn't
There's a
that
period.
thing?
Shit.
Don't you think you hate it when you invested in somebody and we done came all this way and then you gonna go use this on somebody? All
Plus, I
this
love.
Oh shit!
what?
And I'm in love for real.
You've never felt that.
Right.
You've never felt that?
I
What?
don't told you shit.
Really?
Nah.
I done upgraded you and now you gonna
Nah.
go use it
Oh,
with
I have.
somebody else?
No.
How
I
dare
haven't.
you?
I
That's
haven't.
part of it. That ain't all of it. That's definitely.
No,
I
yeah.
definitely felt that way.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's
No.
a fucking loop.
Because once my mindset is like
Have you
I'm
ever
done.
upgraded the chick?
Have a what?
Have you ever
Upgraded.
upgraded the chick?
Yes.
No, for real. Like upgraded her lifestyle.
I mean, I would like to believe. I mean, hopefully we all up.
Like I
upgrade
tangibly
motherfuckers. But
upgraded
Right.
a
no,
woman
but
where
yes.
I
And
increased her.
there's a scenario I'm thinking of.
financial
Yes.
status.
Yes.
Right.
So what's your point?
Me, my
So when you
upgrade is
do that,
always mental.
You want an ROI. You
Well,
want return on
it
investment.
ain't just
No.
financial. When you
No,
put
but I
something,
mean literally and figuratively.
I'll give you a prime example. My ex-wife, when I first met her, was basically she was a CNA, just taking classes at a junior college with no direction.
Mhm.
She didn't have a ton of confidence in herself. It wasn't that she wasn't smart, and it wasn't that she wasn't talented. But nobody never really believed in her.
Okay, so you
So-
came through with the kick
so,
and gassed her
right,
up
now,
and
did
gave
she
her
end
some
up-
of that.
Then she ended up becoming a nurse. Like to tell her, like, Joe, you know everything the fucking nurses know. Like, why the fuck you get paid to be a CNA? Did you push her to go to school? You do all these things. So now with my assistant, she got to do the work. But with my assistant, she was able to do
Yes.
something she
Come
probably
on.
didn't even consider without me. And I actually did a lot of the work. So I helped her get in a position where she
Come
more
on.
than doubled her income. And she smart enough. She got a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a bunch
That's
of different shit.
upgrade.
Like,
That's
yeah.
an upgrade.
So in that scenario, she left you or you left?
Well, I didn't want to get divorced for certain.
Okay.
So the divorce was definitely her idea. So what she is saying was part of the pie. It's a pie of
Yes,
why I'm
it's
hurt.
reasons.
That was part of it. Yeah. Like, damn, I put a lot into you. And I gave you my all. Like, I don't know about you, nigga. I'm assuming you too. When you give a chick your all and get nothing from it, you'll reflect on all the shit you sacrificed and gave up. Like, that's part of it.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah,
I do. But I think what the difference in these two, the scenario that you're talking about, is who left who. Because in my
Oh,
scenario,
okay.
happened?
I left. So at the point
Mm.
where I said I'm gone, I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Oh, I
I don't give a
get
fuck about the
Yeah.
investment, the time, and
that's
this. And I mean,
fair.
not to say that I don't think about it.
Right, you think
You think about it,
You don't get no
yeah.
fuck.
But
You
at
want it
that
out.
point, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the and that's the
You just
difference.
didn't want to waste no more of that time.
Yeah. But I can see if there's a scenario like I think both of you and Sam are saying where you want to work at it and you want to stay, but that person is checked out and you still want to work. But I think, but the question is that do you want it? Is that idea of wanting it to work? Is that? I mean, I guess no. Never mind. But
No,
I
say
can.
it.
No, I had a thought, but I answered it myself.
okay.
But no, that's the difference. If you are the one that's checked out,
All those things don't matter.
it don't matter.
How long did it take for you to
None
get checked? It
of
take a
that
long time for me to get checked out. Like when I love a chick, I'm in it, G.
But you know what
Yeah.
I think? Listen,
I'm in it.
Yeah,
bro.
there's
I think
other
that
things.
people
There's other
check
things. We
out
talked
and
about this.
She gotta
I
do
think
a
in
lot.
direct correlation to how they fuck up, they've committed the fuck ups.
Mm.
So if you fucked up a lot, you'll stay a lot. You'll try to go through a lot of shit because you've created a lot of shit.
Mm,
But
yeah.
when you the one that hasn't created the shit and you taking shit, you don't want to stay as long. You be ready to go.
So you saying if you
And that ain't enough love.
if you created
It
a
ain't
lot,
enough
you
love
saying
for
if
you to wanna stay.
created a lot of drama in the relationship yourself.
Yes.
You-
You're more
You'll
willing
put
to
up
work
with
at
more
it.
of
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
because you know you've created some. But when you not creating no drama and you have to deal with drama, you be like, fuck
But see, you have to get mad if you got kids.
That's
Yeah,
the other
it
difference too.
does.
I don't
When
have
you got
children.
kids,
Yeah.
Because you'll be quicker to leave if you ain't got no kids.
Absolutely.
If you ain't got no kids, you ain't got nothing invested.
Right. Okay.
Like once I had my daughter, my perspective completely changed on relationships.
Really?
It's funny for me. Mine is like kind of crazy because I've had so many losses.
You don't say.
I've had so many losses from like losing a sister, losing a brother, losing mom, losing pops. So when I lose, I'm used to losing, and if I've gotten over those losses,
you ain't
any
shit.
other loss.
Yes, it's a measuring stick. It's like a measuring. It's like a measure. Like, dude, I went through way more than this.
My dad passed.
That's a
how
lot.
you feel too.
Yeah, but it's
I'm gone.
Yeah.
And one woman told me that. She like, this nigga lost his mom and dad and
right.
Didn't even shed a tear.
No.
Oh, let me ask you something.
But at what point do you want that to be different? Like how is that you say it's not a good thing. So if that's not working for you, being able to disconnect that way, then when do we change that? When do you see a need to do something different? For what you say you want in a marriage? Like, you go in wanting it to work
for me.
Okay, come on, therapy.
Talk that talk. Talk your talk,
come on, therapy.
I see it differently now. Like, you know what? This you have to stick with it. You have to be in it. And that's where I am now, sticking with it, trying to be in it, regardless of what the situation. I'm not bailing out. I'm not taking an easy route out.
Okay, let me talk about this.
Even when they present, I can't do this anymore. Nope. Take a weekend, whatever you need to do to figure this shit out, and let's do this.
I'm thinking about it.
Come on. Come on, we ready for you.
If no, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, so there was this, I don't know, was it a meme, a movie or something, a little clip, and they were talking about a woman's body count. And listen, that's not technically the topic, so just
look, he's about to go in.
I know. Let's just
one.
Everybody
one
buckle,
is enough.
Everybody buckle yourself in.
One is enough.
This ain't really that
whole one. You crazy for that?
Okay, so listen. So they were doing the body count thing, and the man, of course, was trying to explain why the low body count was important. But what he what he compared it to was a job application.
Yeah, I saw that.
You saw that?
Yeah,
okay, perfect. Okay, good. Because when I think about that, to me, if you took away the body count, I think about that in terms of relationships. When you tell me you've had a dozen relationships in 20 years opposed to 2 good ones, I'm side-eyeing. Where is your stick-to-itiveness? Where are your conflict resolution skills? Where is your drive to move forward, to grow, to learn, and be together? So if you come to the table, I was probably dating maybe 8 people in the last 10 years. What the fuck?
But that's the same reason. And I've had that body count conversation.
But we gonna take.
We're not talking about body count.
But come on, the mentality.
Yes,
it was never about the number. It's about the mentality that got you to the number. The same with the relationships.
Come on,
I never cared about the number. I used to argue with Bob about this all the time. Fuck the number. I want to know why you move like this.
Yeah, that's another layer.
Why you moving around
That's
so
all I
much?
care about.
Look,
that's all I care about, G.
Right.
Why do you? Listen,
ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a breakthrough.
Yeah, because this is what scares me. If a woman has a high body count, a bunch of relationships.
Yes.
Her reason.
We gonna just say a bunch of relationships.
I do not want to cuff a woman who so freely gives herself away to men so easily. Because this is how I look at it. I don't know anything of value that people give away freely.
When
it's valuable, damn near no matter what it is, when it's valuable, you hold on to it. So if you just
and this is what kills me about women sometimes, and then I'm gonna let you come in. Women don't even want to tell you where they got their shoes from because they don't want nobody else to have them. But they don't give a shit about.
So in my mind, as a man,
I'm sorry, y'all. Ladies, I love you.
If you don't value yourself enough to make motherfuckers put in no effort for you, and basically any motherfucker that get your attention and take you out,
I'm going.
Then why would I put you on a pedestal and make you mine? You let everybody else have you.
Because you fucking somebody watching this and you fucking them up.
What makes you special? It's what Sam said earlier, but because the woman who has this expectation that you're going to meet her there. But if you're not really on that level, then why would I put you on that level? Why would I buy into that level?
Everybody have you, but I'm supposed to.
We're not talking about body count per se. We're just talking about relationships.
Let Sam go.
Sam got the floor. Sam got the floor.
So to that. Why they jump from relationship to relationship and can't stick with it or don't have that stick with itness as you.
Did we hit her nerves?
Yeah, hit her nerves. Fuck y'all.
Trigger warning. Trigger warning.
This ain't even about me. This ain't even about me. So I read a book by Corey Wayne Nelson, and it is called Becoming the 3% Man. And becoming the 3%, what it basically says is 97% of men are all alike. So it's a high chance that she's running into that 97% of men that are all alike. Until she runs into that 3%, she sticks because he showed her something that she's never seen. She can be open, she can be vulnerable, while the rest of the 97% she can't be vulnerable with. She can't be who she is with.
So why she giving herself to him?
Because that's the low expectation. Okay, which we got to talk about next.
I'm an arrogant
Is there a high
dude.
or a low expectation?
I'm a really arrogant dude.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
To think like if she's ran into the 97%, I know once she gets to me, it stops.
Yeah, but why do you want somebody who's giving themselves away to a bunch of different motherfuckers?
Because she's running 97%. She's running into the 97%. I can't blame her that the 97% is
been the 97%.
I'm gonna tell you.
But what you're doing is you're leapfrogging over his point. It's not necessarily the 97%. It's the behavior that's driving the 97%.
It's the discernment. You ain't noticing all these niggas the same. You keep making the same
choice selection
over and over and over and over, and then you gonna get to me and want to be an angel.
Do people not?
Right, then all of a sudden they got standards.
People not show you their representative?
You're not gonna get me on this train.
Let me tell you something about what your man.
People not show you their representative?
Let me tell you about your man book. If she didn't recognize all these dudes in the 97%, she ain't recognize me either. She just got fucking lucky and met me. If I'm the 3%, if she ain't recognized the first 50 dudes, she could tell they was all the same, do all the same bullshit, and lead her down a bullshit road. She ain't recognized those 3% ass. She got lucky and met a nigga who don't treat her like the other 97%. But she don't have no skills of discernment to be able to pick you out. That's why she keep giving the box away to all these niggas. Open.
No. Hey, Lance, somebody said maybe she just like to fuck.
What they gotta do? She can fuck one nigga 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, that's true.
Because here,
which brings up another behavior.
Because you know what,
I got you.
That is like that you really hit the nail on the head. It really is about the mentality. Because I say all the time, I wouldn't care if a man had 6 kids. I would care if he had 6 babies' mamas. If he had one baby's mama with 6 kids, I don't care nothing about that. But if I got 6 different women ringing my doorbell like fucking Halloween trick or treat every other Friday,
that's it right there.
I'm telling you,
that's it.
That is it.
Why you think I love exclusivity in women?
Telling you, me
I want the women that most men cannot get. I want the chick shoot everybody, and I want you to see don't hardly nobody.
Or she don't want to have them to have.
Because listen, but can you give that? Because I can give that. Get it? Can you give that?
Can you give that same thing back?
That same thing to a woman? Because I can be out with somebody and be like, ain't nobody in here gonna be able to say they fucked me but you.
I don't think exclusivity in men and women go the same way.
So that's what I'm asking.
Now, I could be wrong. Women can correct me.
Listen, we don't like community dick. When we know you don't, we think the same thing too. Like, nigga, you done fucked in the circle that much?
I think
You done fucked the whole sorority. You done fucked the whole sorority.
So let's figure out what
some women know it's still curious.
And they still go. They still go.
But let's figure out what. So in my mind, community dick is a sloppy dude. Because if he a player, you wouldn't fucking know he was community dick. Y'all wouldn't know this about him.
These motherfuckers talk.
Then he ain't no player.
Right.
Fuck as you mean? You ain't got no control over your women and y'all jibber jabbering? You ain't
but
no
they're
player.
not his women. They're just chicks he fucking.
You still ain't no player. Fam, listen, let me tell you something right now. I know chicks I went to school with who had no idea.
Getting called left and right. Yeah, I don't know.
Let me tell y'all, I went to NIU and most of the people down there had no clue I had a girl or how I was moving.
Listen.
Now my homie and them, they knew how they move. You can ask Crystal. She went to school. I just asked her. I said, what you know about me and Crystal? She said, all I know that you was up on your girl all the time.
Listen, I was at a show one time.
Don't tell on yourself.
That's 20 years ago. I don't give a fuck. That chick married now.
Right. But I was at a show one time. And my you so silly.
We got 3,000 people in the group. You never know.
And if she did what she gonna do? She gonna stop taking care of her family.
Last time I said something like this, I was right. So
and if she did, see what she gonna do? She gonna stop taking care of her family to call me when I'm sitting with my fiance and talked about what I did 20 years ago. No,
right.
I'm pretty sure.
But listen, one time it was after a show and my ex-husband was there and he said, "Is your person here?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Man, you would never know." I said, "No, because if you treat everyone the same, nobody has to know who anybody is."
Community dick is not a community dick is a sloppy dude, G. Community dick is
if you treat everybody in the room the same, don't nobody know nothing. They be like, which one of these motherfuckers is it?
And women don't like community dick. They don't like a dude who they know them bone a bunch of chicks. But
right.
They do
if you
like
fucked
the
in
dude
the circle
that every woman wants.
Yes, we do. It's great.
And if they don't have knowledge of your whereabouts and how you move, they will assume it. But if they know you done slept with 30 chicks and they know the 30 chicks, you community dick.
Yep.
But if they
because it's one thing to hear about you through the grapevine and it's because of one person, and it's different to hear about you through the grapevine through a bunch of people.
A bunch of motherfuckers.
I'm telling you, it's the mentality, not the number.
That's what I always say.
Yeah, come on. That was classic.
Exclusivity the shit to me, dog.
Me too.
I like that too.
I mean, you know, some of the most expensive cars, there are only a certain amount of them made every year.
Yeah. Don't you want a chick? Can't everybody just kill
their analogies? And you ain't killing it tonight. Never seen a Bentley commercial.
Damn. Think about it. Don't you want a chick
dropping gems in this motherfucker
can't have?
You said what?
Yes. Don't you want a girl that everybody can't have?
And what do they say about black people? When you go into the grocery store, you pick the one in the back. The one ain't nobody touched a lot.
And I get criticized for that.
Like, me too.
I want a chick that most men have not experienced, barely know. Y'all ain't been on no dates with her. Listen, most of you niggas know nothing about
let me tell you.
If you said nobody don't know, but most of y'all don't know nothing about
But this is how I feel. If we walked into a room together, people would be like, damn. I've been trying to fuck Suzette forever. Who has this nigga fucking Suzette? There's value to that. And I want to also feel that.
But women don't they criticize me for that.
Listen, when I tell people, if I show you next to me, then everybody in the room thinking, what is that motherfucker doing? Because I've been trying to get it forever.
So then you agree that the past does matter.
Yeah, yes.
See, and a lot of men and women say you say the past don't matter, right?
It does to an extent.
I mean, at some point you just got to move to a new small town or something. I mean,
move to a small town.
Motherfuckers never know.
You just got to change your whole environment.
Motherfuckers never know.
The past matter, and it depends on how discreet you are with your past.
I mean, true.
Okay, so does her reputation matter?
Hell yeah,
reputation definitely matters.
So if reputation matter, then past matter.
Because where she get that reputation from? She got it from a past.
Discreet. She does not have
a reputation.
The same, but I said about community dick.
He a player, right? If he a player, exactly. If he a player, he a player.
Yeah. So do you like? They do like, oh, past don't matter. Past don't matter. Well, sweetheart, like I live in Chicago. If I know 8 dudes that all boned you, I'm not cuffing you
at all.
At all.
I know 8 different dudes.
You know how many times we got a board meeting about your pussy, bitch? Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all gonna be after the food.
You test the waters.
8's a lot.
Eight is a lot.
I'm not cuffing a woman if I know somebody that slept with her that I'm more than associates with. Like if I
Listen,
just
I
know
don't
you,
want to go to a party and somebody in the party fucked you.
well, that don't bother me.
That don't bother me.
If I
I'm
just
not
know
talking
you, I
about
don't
like
care.
I'm talking about like a small, like, you know, maybe 15, 20
Don't
people
matter.
at the. No,
Yeah,
I'm
my
not going to the
relationship to
picnic.
you.
And somebody fucked
Yeah, I
you at
don't
the
care.
picnic.
I don't care if this dude slept with my girl and me and him ain't got no ties. I don't give a shit if I know
I'm pointing
about
at
it.
the
I don't care.
motherfuckers at the picnic.
I don't think a lot of people care about that.
But if him and I got ties, then it's different. But if I like,
I used to fuck with her.
but if I know him,
I used to fuck with her too.
Right. Okay. I mean, okay.
like why would you care that your
I'm fucking
person
with you now.
like
That's all
you
that
don't
matters.
know?
Listen,
What do you say? What's all that matter?
let me y'all stop. No sidebar conversations. You already know that. No sidebar
That
conversations.
was
quick.
But I want to know what he said. What
I
he say?
fucked her. I fucked her. I fucked her.
Yeah,
But I'm with you now, so that's all that matters.
Don't worry about them. It's you.
I'm just saying, though.
Don't worry about
Nigga,
them.
you ignorant.
That got to be
Alright.
that got to be a terrible feeling to walk into a joint
And
see
it's a
3-4
couple of
dudes
exactly.
that are nailed to a girl.
Man, look.
The crazy part, you know
it.
the funny
I
thing is, you know
hate
the
that
part
I
that's
am
fucked
agreeing
up is
with
they gonna
that.
come up to you and be like, hey, what's up, fam? How you doing? And
You know what's up,
Had
that little hug with
what the
your
fuck you
girl.
mean, dog?
Had that little intimate little.
Nah,
yeah,
nigga, you just gotta wave. You can't even, you can't
You know what?
even.
That's actually
You gotta just do a head
That's
nod.
arrogant nigga shit. Because it
That's
shouldn't
arrogant
be.
nigga.
We shouldn't feel nothing, but we do. You do. I shouldn't feel nothing because I was with your girl 4-5 years ago.
But you
I
do.
do.
But you do.
And I gotta let it be known because
Right.
you walking in this
I
motherfucker
ain't
like
let it
you
be
got
I done had her already.
Nah, I ain't
you
let it
got
be
a
known.
monster on your motherfucker.
You let it be known?
You motherfucker.
No, you would, 'cause you an asshole. I ain't let it be
You
known.
walking in this motherfucker like you got an Oscar.
What
on
if she a
your arm.
killer though? What if she a
No,
killer?
you're not understanding what he's saying.
What is he saying?
He might have
Tell him what you
Come
saying.
in with your motherfucking chest out like ain't nobody had your vision.
He said as if he's one of the niggas in the past.
See?
And now dude walk
Ladies and
in, you just
gentlemen,
gotta let him know, like, yeah.
This is
nigga.
why.
I don't. I ain't let him know nothing.
Huh?
Why I gotta let him know anything?
No, he's saying he would.
Look at that! Look at that face! That
I'm a
face! I don't know
peacock.
that
Show my
face.
feathers, dude.
You got a peacock on a motherfucker.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
You
I
can
done
walk in with a
fucked
chick
all
I've
these
been
hoes.
with, and you can be walking in like you got the coldest motherfucker the whole night. I ain't got nothing to say. What's up, player? How you feel?
Yeah.
Sweetheart, how you doing? Ain't seen you in a long time. Pleasure to meet you, and I'm gone.
You just did it in an incognito
Exactly.
way.
When he
Yeah.
said,
The
"I
way
ain't
you-
seen
the way
you
you
in
did
a
that shit was
long
cool.
time,"
I would
right?
be friends.
Right?
No, I wouldn't get it. Don't do that.
Well, listen,
I said
I ain't seen you in a
I
long
would
time.
give a
I ain't seen you in a long time.
You didn't have to say that part.
I would give
I ain't
a
seen you in a long time.
non-threatening.
Yeah. How you been? How you doing? How your mama doing? She still make them brownies? Your mama still making them
Watch your
brownies?
sister. She about to hit a freshman in college
Tell
now.
your pops I said once to take your pops to call me.
Exactly.
Your sister
You still got that
doing?
tattoo? Oh, your back. The same.
Man, you still got
You
that
ain't get rid of
walking
it, did you?
shit.
You see that
Girl, you
shit?
still walk like that. I
Hey, that
see
birthmark
you.
still on your
You
inner
see
I see you. Man, you still wearing the
Hey,
on
Sam,
your
she told
lip.
you about the birthmark yet?
Right.
Y'all are terrible.
Right.
I would not do that. I'm
Or be like, I see you ain't walking
Listen,
like that no
I
more.
hate
Right.
when I don't keep it player. I
You hate when what?
when I don't keep it player. I hate when I slip and do some unplayer like shit, and then I got.
What does that look like? What does that look like?
Like
Unplayer
what I
like
did
shit.
about a week or so
Yeah,
ago.
What he do? What he do?
Yeah, it was playing himself in the group, but we ain't
I
gonna go
wasn't
into
playing
that.
myself. I know what I'm playing.
We're not gonna
Yeah.
rehash.
No.
Nah,
Okay.
It's just
I
too long.
put up a
It's
joke
too
that I
long of a
should've
story
put
that we don't need. We got too much good shit.
I put up a joke I shouldn't have put up.
Okay.
And not because I only shouldn't have put it up because I'm more player than that.
Okay.
That's the only reason. I don't care
And
what
people
they say.
called him out for it. They was like, yeah,
I'm
You
gonna
know
play
they
it.
too cool
listen.
for
They
that
I'm
be
gonna
ready
play it
for your motherfucking ass. They be like ready.
Oh, they love when I make any minor
It's
mistake.
like they coming, like the beehive for Beyonce. They be on you.
You can't say nothing.
Nothing. I be
Yeah,
like,
but
damn,
I
Lance is
don't-
in trouble again.
But listen, I am a person who don't have a problem owning this bullshit.
Okay, like
You
right
own
now,
it.
you just
Yeah,
kind of
you own
said
it.
you was on
But
one.
listen,
You
you
should have
had,
put it
you
up.
had an issue, but you didn't say nothing to me.
I know.
but I
my
didn't
bad.
I didn't like it, but I owned it. If I fuck up, I owned the bullshit I did in the group.
I like
I
that.
owned it. I deleted the shit. I owned it. Or somebody comment, I was like, yeah, you're right. I was
Okay, so let's-
like,
okay.
I can own my shit.
Nice little segue. Let's talk about women and accountability.
That shit don't
This
exist.
what? White tigers.
What?
White tigers. Bigfoot.
You want to talk about two earths? Some more shit that don't exist.
What's that motherfucking thing Kevin Hart talked about? A deer bro?
Ladies and gentlemen,
What's
we're gonna
that?
try that.
Yeah.
So
I got a car made of liquid aluminum while we at it.
So you guys say
Oh,
that to
shit.
say it's non-existent.
That ain't true. 'Cause my
I'm gonna
girl-
ask you a question.
my woman accountable.
What
Is
about
she?
women?
That's one of the reasons I love her.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does that show up for you?
Because when she do some bullshit, she may not always own it right away, but eventually,
But she'll circle back.
95% of the time, she will come around and admit her bullshit. And I love that.
Okay.
I love that. That's one of the reasons I love her, on real. I
Yeah.
told her that. That's one of the reasons that attracted me to her, that she could admit when she was wrong.
Yeah, that is definitely
Even
a
she circles
bonus.
back around.
Yeah, most women gonna circle back around.
No, they
That
don't.
bitch.
No, they don't. That's my
Yeah,
most
Yeah,
of them
I hear a lot of women
In
don't
my-
never own
in
it.
my
No,
experience,
no, they
most
don't.
women
you
circle
lucky.
back around.
You
Wait, you say what, Sam?
In my experience, most women circle back around. Hey, I'm sorry. Or even if they talk to their girls, like, yeah, that was some bullshit. And they come back and they take the accountability.
Okay, so when that
they own up.
happens, when they have somebody else tell them they were on bullshit, do you think a certain way about that?
About somebody
So,
else tell
Like
them.
you say, okay, let me just say, yeah, you say something to your girl. She
Mhm.
like, yeah, whatever. And then she circle back and say, yeah, I was talking to Becky and she said you was kind of right. Does that matter that she got it through Becky and didn't get it with you?
No,
Or-
it don't matter because it's about
It don't
getting
matter?
it. It's about getting
It's
it.
about getting it.
You don't give
No,
a
I ain't
no,
gonna
I don't give a fuck.
sweat
Just
the
get it.
bitch.
How you got here?
I know somebody
No,
don't
no, no,
like
no.
that.
Wait. Real talk.
I had a woman who
I
didn't
had
like that.
I had a situation where that actually happened,
Uh-huh.
where the person like we didn't agree on it initially. So now you go and talk to somebody. I don't care. Just get the shit right. That's the only thing I care about. I just want it right.
How you got the
Right,
lesson.
right,
recommend
Right.
it.
It could have been in a fortune cookie. I don't give a fuck. Just get it right. Right.
Have you ever recommended it?
But no. Right. It could have been on the damn airplane with the little sign on the back. Like you fucking wrong. But no. Right.
Billboard in that motherfucker.
But here's what
Smoke signals, bitch. I don't give a
in my
fuck.
situation, here's where I had an issue. You went and talked to somebody, and in that conversation, you realized you was wrong. And you didn't even come back and tell me that you realized you were wrong. It just came up later. And I was like, wait. So you realized you was wrong after talking to such and such? And they was like,
you
yeah.
ain't say nothing?
And I'm like, yo, you ain't feel the need to come back and be like, yeah, you know what? On second thought, I did have a conversation and I see your angle. I'm like, dude, how long ago was that? She was like
This
maybe 3 or 4
motherfucker was
months.
acting up daily.
I'm like,
Like,
wait. I'm like, so you knew 3 or 4 months that in a conversation that you had that you was wrong and you ain't feel the need to come back?
120 days, bitch.
So when you talk about accountability,
We into a new
That sounds terrible when you put it in days.
right. And 47, 46, 48, 49 seconds. Yeah. Now that's some bullshit.
There's nothing more
That's some
frustrating.
Now that's some bullshit, but that's not my story now because kind of like you, like my woman now, she is that woman.
Oh, that shit
Who will
feels
come
so
back
good.
and say,
Yes,
That
man,
shit is so fucking
it's refreshing. It's refreshing
Oh,
as
that's
shit.
a good shit.
Like as a dude, it's just like floating in water.
Oh, my
like,
God,
damn,
my
it's
nigga.
refreshing as hell.
Wow.
to have that.
Oh my God! You know how good it feels.
my heart is fluttering for the love that I feel.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about
My
that.
girl has come to me and be like, Joe, I just don't like to feel like I might have hurt you. What?
Wow.
Nigga, you got one of those?
But you know what? I
You got
think
one of
that
those?
might speak to the fact.
Joe, the first time she said it, I'm like, I thought she being facetious. Let me get the fuck out of
You
here,
see how
Joe.
bad it is? You see how bad it is, bro? You see how bad it is? He thought it was a joke.
Would you believe it?
Right. Dear
No.
bro,
Your girl came to you,
Dear bro. Fucking dear bros out here.
Would you believe it? If your girl came to you and be like, you know what?
I thought
I ain't even necessarily think I only think if I was really, really wrong, but I don't like to think that I hurt your feelings or that you hurting. So I wanted to make it right.
That's some good shit.
Joe, the
man.
first time
Yeah,
you said,
man.
look at her like, man,
Hey man,
Trying to
let
play
me
me,
tell you
Joe.
something. Let me just
you up for bullshit, Joe.
sucker for
You
this
said
shit.
me
Right,
was a
right,
real
right.
kid.
let me
And then hand you a
let me
plate.
take a moment
I'm
just
not eating this shit.
let me take a moment just to say
What you do with my credit card,
Hold
motherfucker?
on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, come
let me
on.
take a moment just to say the Lord has blessed you.
The who? Sky Daddy?
The Lord,
Sky Daddy.
Sky Daddy has blessed you.
The Lord has blessed you, brother.
I have been with women who
Yes.
are professional victims.
Man.
What does that mean?
Meaning that they are professionals at never being at fault. And then when you add the emotional terrorism that they inflict on your motherfucking ass.
Listen, it is a thing. Let me just tell
I
you.
feel like
this-
we just talked about that.
I had
Me and you
I,
did,
I-
yeah.
I read a text and this girl said to this person, I just get upset that you won't take accountability for how you make me feel. And I was
Wait,
like,
who said that to who?
I can't tell you who it was.
No, I
involved.
don't mean the people. The scenario.
A woman said this to a guy. She was like, I just can't get over the fact that you won't take responsibility for how you make me feel. And I was like, because he's not responsible for how you feel.
That's your
responsibility.
That's your responsibility. He's
You know,
not,
I'm actually in between on that.
no, he's
you don't think
you are
nothing
not,
he does or don't do
No
contribute to that?
one.
You definitely have an impact.
They
Yes, you definitely have an
contribute,
impact.
but it's
No.
still
Your responsibility to manage it.
Yeah.
To manage it.
No.
I don't. One of my
Right, how
things
you respond.
How you respond. Yes.
Right.
That's like
Yes.
that's like my thing.
well,
like, ain't
no, come
don't
on.
Nobody have control over my
Yeah,
emotions.
no.
Well, once I see I have
Sam,
control
Sam,
over yours,
I'm not I'm no.
No, I ain't gonna let
no.
nobody-
So there's
control.
nothing a person could do or don't do that's not going to trigger something in your emotions that you can't control initially.
I,
And here's the thing,
Actually,
they
I
may
know
trigger
about
it, but they're not responsible for
Yeah,
how I
no.
feel about the action that triggered it. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense at all?
Say it again.
I
So
don't like that.
they're not responsible for the reaction that I have to the trigger. They may
No.
trigger me.
No, they're not responsible for your reaction.
And so whatever my reaction is
Unless
built
it's like
out
a
of a
passionate
feeling.
crime.
No.
Right.
Okay, so let me break it down.
Which
They
is
have
Come on.
to take accountability for the situation that begot your feelings.
I
So
think
if
that-
I created a situation that you had an emotional response to, I gotta at least be accountable for that.
Okay,
I can't be
okay.
acting like you emotional
Let me give it
for
to you.
nothing.
Right, but let me give it to you in a different way because maybe I'm not explaining it to the extent that I mean it. In a situation where somebody said to me, I didn't like how you made me feel. And I said, I can't be held responsible for a thought you thought I had.
How did I make you feel?
I'm sorry.
How did I make you feel?
No, I'm not responsible for that.
But you don't even know-
If you've predicated a feeling on something that you don't know is factual, I'm not responsible
No one
for
has
that.
ever made you feel away.
No, I can't say that anyone has ever made me feel a way that I thought was their responsibility.
right.
That's
So-
what I have been
I
made
felt
to
the way
feel.
about something you.
I may have felt a certain way, but I don't think that it's.
Oh, so I get it. So you're
It's like
saying I'm not responsible
I'm not
for how you feel.
I'm not responsible
So
for that.
does that mean
Because I can do one thing to you and the same thing to you, but your life experience may receive it different.
It might not affect them the same way.
And then you might have a feeling that he doesn't have.
Right.
Okay, so
one
I'm
may
not
walk off and one may
responsible for-
swing on you. It's
I'm not responsible for your feeling. I may be responsible for the action, but what you feel about it, that's on you.
whoa.
That's on you.
Let's
That's
back up.
on you.
Let's back up. Let's back up.
Come on.
No. Let's
Come
back up.
on.
So let's say
Okay.
you cheated.
Mm-hmm.
Your man or your person is
This is so bad.
fucked up. They crying, they heartbroken. You feel no responsibility for the despair that they feel as a direct result of your actions. You feel
Okay.
none.
Let me just tell you why this was a bad start. I'm not a cheater.
But you did.
No, I'm not a cheater.
You did in my scenario.
But that's what I'm saying. So,
you gotta go off
It's hard for her to
mine.
connect. It's hard for her to
Yeah,
connect
you
to the
gotta go off
scenario.
my
Why is it so
scenario.
hard for me to connect with that?
I
Because
know
I
you
would
don't
never
kill people,
do
but
that.
in this movie, you got a gun.
Okay. So I cheated
You
on
pulled the
someone.
trigger. You
I would
cheated.
never do that.
Okay,
Okay, so I cheated on someone.
Let's go
Let me
something
just
more
go with
realistic
that.
for you. You lied about something that was very important. Don't
You
matter
lied
what the
before.
something was, but you lied. You hid it from them, and it hurt their feelings tremendously. And you know you're wrong. This is not I'm not. You know you're wrong.
These are all really bad.
Why? Because you
Okay,
want to.
no,
you want to agree.
no.
It could be
Yeah,
something
because you
else.
want to agree.
Okay, let me
No,
tell you.
so
Let me
it could
give
be
you an
something that
example
you
of who I
interpret.
am.
Hold on. Can you just answer the question for me before you do that?
But again, it's a bad situation for me because I promise you, my number one rule is in relationships is there's nothing that's going to happen outside the street that you don't know about.
But it did.
Okay.
In his scenario, in his
So
hypothetical.
So I did something and they felt bad about it.
And it's as a direct result of what you have done. Not an indirect. You don't feel any responsibility for the despair that they are feeling as a direct result of your actions? None?
Okay. If I was that person, I would. But I guess that's why I don't have that opinion because I wouldn't.
Maybe nothing that egregious, but I'm sure there's things that you have done as a direct result of your action. They're
Probably
feeling,
with my kids, but not like there are some things that I know that I've experienced with my children that I have.
You never been
I haven't
unthoughtful?
really-
You never been inconsiderate?
Listen, I miss Sealy.
What does that mean?
That means when you turn around and you can't find your socks and you don't know where your
You're like, here
cufflinks
they go.
are, like
So what's your flaw then? What's your flaw?
I'm rigid. I'm
Okay.
I'm very black and white, and I'm very rigid.
So you've never
So I have
been-
strong beliefs that if you don't fall right in there, I'll be like, well, then
So in that,
I'm rigid.
in that
It's
realm-
terrible. I'm gonna work on it.
right, you've never been so rigid and so hard. Actually, that leads to being inconsiderate because you're sticking to your guns, your rigidness. You're not bending. You didn't consider how they feel, and now their feelings are hurt because you would not come off of your stance. You wouldn't even consider it.
Where I experience that, and where I can see that and fall into it is I have a tendency to leave. Like if we're experiencing
So you
some
can't
shit,
say, I'm sorry,
I am a
hurt your-"
leaver.
So you can say to yourself, I'm sorry, I hurt your feelings.
no, yeah, I think that that's possible to say.
Then that's been accountable for that's been responsible for their feelings. I
okay.
hurt you. I apologize for being the cause of the despair. Because without my actions,
there wouldn't have
would
been
be
that.
no despair.
No, because and I totally
Get over
agree.
that shit.
Here's the other thing. Here's the other
Who
thing that I think
cares?
people
Quit.
miss. Here's the other thing that I
Who
think people
cares?
miss. I hurt your feelings, and you tell me you hurt my feelings,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
I can be like, well, how did I do that? And I'm being dismissive. I can't, you can't be dismissive of that moment.
No, I agree with that.
But I think in this scenario, by saying I'm not responsible for that, it's indirectly you saying, like, because the reality
And
of it
you
is
think it's-
whether I agree that I hurt your feelings or not, just apologize.
No,
Well,
because no.
but
Here's
then-
the thing.
then they're gonna hit you.
No.
But
Here's-
it's not
no.
sincere.
Okay, well,
I mean,
let me
I
interject
don't
here.
think I hurt
let
your
me say
feelings,
this.
but if I don't think I hurt your feelings, or I don't think I'm
No,
let
let me tell you, I've had this experience.
It's a genuine
What
apology.
but what you do in this,
if you are hurt by it, I'm hurt that what I did, I didn't have any intentions in doing it. But if it did make you feel this way, I apologize.
so here's the thing. I have
And then try to understand
it's not
at some point,
necessarily
figure
like-
that shit out. You know,
what you're saying in terms of validating. There have been an experience where I've said to someone, I did not experience this particular incident the same way as you did. We all look at things different.
Mhm.
If we're looking at his phone, you see it from a different angle than I do. It's all different. So I have absolutely said to people, just because I may not agree, or do I remember it that way? Do I want to diminish your experience with me? You know what I'm saying?
I think
you
ahead.
can, like, as you were like in terms of you saying, I didn't mean it like that, or it wasn't my intention to hurt your feelings, or I did something and inadvertently hurt your feelings. That, to me, that's acknowledging that you saw it particularly
Right.
different, and just because you do see it different, it doesn't diminish their experience or their feelings for it,
because I think
whatever it is.
I'm gonna say this, and not to say that this behavior or this reaction is gender driven, but I think traditionally we have done that as men.
Done what?
Quick to
specifically?
apologize.
No. In the sense where
So you're quick to
a
forgive.
woman will explain that we made them feel some type of way, whatever that feeling is, right?
Mhm.
And then a lot of us, if we give a shit, we're trying to understand it. And unfortunately, a woman may not be able to explain it effectively, but
which
we know,
which is a lot.
which is a lot.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said it because I
It does. It happens a lot. Women have a
So it's hard for them to really explain it. And we're trying to understand it from a logical perspective
Absolutely.
sometimes. And we're just missing the boat. And that shit could be frustrating, right?
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to add all the little details. But in those moments, this is what I had to learn from a female friend of mine.
Mhm.
You focusing on the wrong thing. Don't be dismissive or, that shit don't even make any sense. It may not make any sense to me, but to us. But it makes sense to her. And either way, that's her truth.
Yes, and
Ooh,
that's
that's where you lost.
I knew I was gonna miss you with that.
No.
But hold on.
Let me give it to you
Let
different.
me finish. Let me
Okay,
finish.
I'm gonna let him finish, and then I'm gonna
Let me finish
restate
the
it.
point. Okay,
'Cause
Kanye, you gonna let me finish, but appreciate you, Kanye.
Right.
What was the chick
Sorry.
name? Taylor
Taylor
Swift.
Swift, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Taylor Swift and shit.
dealing with me trying to mark
Right. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Lance. I know because we had this conversation many a times. But again, it's like in those moments, you got to figure out what's important. In order to have the real conversation, you got to figure out what's the real issue. And then like play it back. I know. But you got to acknowledge that at this point, this person is broken. She hurt, whatever the feeling is. And to try to like move forward without acknowledging it, any way you choose to do it with your woman, because it's going to look different for all of our women, right? Yeah. But once you acknowledge it, now you got to have the conversation, because anything outside of that, you risk being dismissive, not even on purpose.
So this is my issue of what you said.
Okay, let's get the popcorn.
I don't know if I'm gonna say issue where I diverge from your line of thinking slightly. I do not want to get in the habit of apologizing for harm I didn't actually cause just because you feel away. That sets up a dangerous precedent to me.
I think we done flip-flop positions, but go ahead.
Yeah, like, because if I'm always apologizing,
that's twice you said that word. You're saying always.
So let me explain.
You said always. Nobody's saying always. If you say always, then there's another conversation that needs to be had.
Come on. Slow down. Come on, we got it. Come on.
You weaponizing your feelings.
Come on, we got it.
So let me clarify. So I do think you got to take responsibility for when you hurt somebody directly, but I am a person in which I will acknowledge your hurt feelings, but you are going to have to explain to me how or why you feel this way. It is rare where I am just simply apologizing. Your feelings hurt, but you can't explain that shit, because to me, that's manipulation. And I don't like to be manipulated. I don't like you making me bow down to your feelings. Like, this whole concept of my truth, to me, sounds like emotional manipulation and me just redefining the situation for what I think benefits me. Ain't no such thing as my truth. I hate that whole fucking phrase. Ain't no your truth.
Okay.
You have your perspective on the truth. You don't have your own fucking truth.
Okay.
So
this
the same thing?
Wait, no, and it really is. It's a matter of semantics. Let me just tell you. Listen. Here, I'm with you. I hear you.
Drop my toothpick on this one. I hate that fucking phrase.
But it is two perspectives. And it's perspective about, it's not the perspective of a truth. It's the perspective of the facts. It's the facts, because listen, just take a deep breath.
Yeah, breathe, dog.
Because each person, if you can acknowledge people's different perspectives, then you can see why that is their truths.
But
hold on.
Okay.
But it is all about what the facts actually are. So I always give this example because I did this with my daughter. If we're looking at this thing right here on the table, me and you, and I say, what way is the black one facing? The black end of this lip gloss facing? To your left or your right?
All right.
And if I look at it and say, way is this facing? It's facing my left.
Right.
So it's true for you. It is also true for me. But this is the one fact: the lip gloss is on the table. So there are two truths and two perspectives. There's just one fact. There's one fact.
Girl, your metaphors are on motherfucking point tonight. Look at you.
I've been doing this. I'm telling you.
You put that on there just on purpose, didn't you?
I was waiting. I planted this shit.
Right.
Wow, everything you said makes sense.
Yes.
That is not always how that my truth shit goes.
No, I agree with you. People misuse it in ways that it can be manipulation.
Most of the time is that.
Well, hold on, no. Most of the time it's not that. Most of the time it's not. There's a fact, in my perspective on the fact is different than your perspective. Most of the time is I am switching shit and changing shit to benefit me. I am
and not become accountable.
So I'll give you an example.
Yeah, that.
Right. I'll give you an example. You will say something to someone that will trigger an internal trauma that necessarily don't have nothing to do with what you're saying or doing. But for them, it's something internal, and they will try to hold you.
That was my initial point.
And then
that was my initial point.
Well, my truth is, you be like, whoa. I ain't even do that.
Okay, so
Hold on,
nice way to circle. Come
You
on,
be like,
that's a good
you
point.
be
we gonna
like,
circle
I
back.
actually said this, but because you feel away, you took it as this, but those words never came out my mouth.
Yes.
That-
Ooh, I
man,
hate
don't
that.
they do it all the
shit.
time?
And I can tell,
Yeah.
hold on,
I hate
and I
that
can
shit.
tell, and I can tell
I hate
I
it.
told
That's
you
true.
this. I
That's
said
true.
the only thing I will be accountable for is what I actually said. But what you don't get to do is take my words, put them in your motherfucking system,
In your brain,
remix them
in
bitches,
your damn brain.
spit them back out differently than
Your
I
brain.
said.
There's some shit I
Hold on.
didn't say.
And then holding me accountable for your
To some
fucking
shit that I
puppy
didn't do.
remix.
Some
Exactly.
shit. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Give me a song how I gave it to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I say my truth, and I always give an example, it's like,
I
let's
think
say a dude,
that's wait, let me be clear. That's different than what I'm referring
but that's
to.
what happens most of the time.
Whether
let me
it happens,
restate what he's
whether it
saying.
happens most of the time or sometime, I get it. But
Let me restate what
Yeah.
he's saying just for a second. Give me a second. Men ask me all the time, like, I don't apologize to this bitch 100 times. Like, why hasn't you let it go? And I tell them all the time, a person will not let it go until they know
that you understood
that
them.
you know the extent to which they've been hurt. So you can acknowledge that without claiming ownership of it. You know what I'm saying? You can say, you know, I know that you were affected these ways. I know because listen, a person will, and that's almost with anybody. Like, you know, if somebody is like, yeah, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't really mean that. And then you skip right on, but you still you feeling away and they skipping off into the daisies, but you still wrapped up in what it is. It's because you don't feel that they feel the weight of what you're feeling. So what he's saying is acknowledge the level to which they've been hurt. And you can do that without taking ownership of their feelings.
Exactly.
I know that you are hurt these ways. I see that it affected you like this. And leave it like that.
Wait. Bro, it's just like with sales. I mean, you and I both in sales.
Okay.
A person give you an issue like, man, you know what? It's too high, or, you know, I don't trust your service, your reliability and all that. You can't just jump over that and be like, yeah, but we got the best prices and, you know, we a better company and this and that. You got to pause. You got to acknowledge it first.
Right, of course.
If you give a shit about the end goal, whatever that goal is, if you care about that goal, for it to be effective, I strongly suggest acknowledging that shit first. You see, I'm in sales
Hold on,
mode.
keep in mind what I said. Hold on. Y'all got to keep in mind what I said. My argument was not with acknowledgement. My argument was with
ownership.
the apology.
Yeah, I'm being sorry for it.
I will own it. I will give you a chance. I will ask you. I will inquire so I can seek understanding. But you are going to have to show me a direct line for my infraction to your fucking feelings.
But what if they can in that moment?
Then you can't expect me to honor something you can't even explain, because if you don't understand it, how I'm gonna apologize for it?
Bro,
I don't understand it either.
Bro,
hold on, let me finish.
This
Let me
is
finish.
so
now, so listen.
Yes,
so
come
I
on.
can apologize for your feelings being hurt. And we all will do that for our women from time to time. Just, you know what? I care more about her feeling good. This situation ain't that major to me.
I don't have to.
Truth be told, in our head, we like,
No.
I don't even give a fuck.
Right.
But, and this is what I be talking about,
singing
you set a dangerous precedent when she gets used to you.
Always.
Not even always, but when she get used to you, right? When she get used to you apologizing and for shit that you ain't necessarily, you ain't necessarily do shit, but her feelings hurt. So for example, I always get an example.
It may be some shit that she projected ain't even got shit to do with you.
I get this example all the time.
Come on.
Let's say you got a man that treats his woman in what every woman would call the stereotypical way. He's a good man.
Okay.
He treats her great. One day she in a bad mood for whatever the fuck reason. And she say to her man, you treat me like shit. And she pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he did something small and minor.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this true? Does he treat her like shit? No. Does she feel that way? Yes.
But it's triggered by some other shit.
No. It's triggered by something small and minor. But she feel like he treated her like shit. But ain't no real evidence behind it other than the fact that she didn't get what the fuck she wants.
wanted.
Now,
Maybe one incident, and you telling me I treated you
so
like shit.
I didn't give you what you want one out of the
Time.
last
And now I treat you
78
like
times.
shit.
Nah, I tell you, feelings are the
They got
undefeated
that
champ
good.
of the fucking world. You can't tell nobody how to fuck the feel.
Nope.
You cannot.
Right.
That's a losing argument. But at the same time, I don't got to honor every fucking feeling you got simply because you said I did some shit to you. Show me. And if you do some shit like that, where you feeling this way, and it ain't necessarily justified, I'm not going to get in the habit of apologizing to you just because you feel a
certain
way. Because now I've set a precedent that when I don't do that shit, now when I take a stance against it, it's raised to a whole nother level of seriousness.
And then you thought
she
you not
think-
respecting my
No,
feelings.
now you changed. Now you changed. Now I'm treating you different. Now I actually am treating you bad. And you know how I'm treating you bad? Because I stopped doing what I got you comfortable with. But the problem is, I never should have let you get comfortable with that bullshit in the first place. So if you do that, you're gonna be the bad guy sooner or later, because you're gonna get tired of that shit, G. You're gonna tired of seeing this thing, and she gonna get used to you doing it. And then she gonna do like all people do, take shit for granted, start using that shit to get away with it, because she know you gonna bow down. Because as humans, we take advantage of our advantages. Men do it too. And when she knows she got a man, when she shows some emotions, he gonna back the fuck down. Even if she can't necessarily articulate it well, what the fuck she gonna do when she really wants some shit? She gonna pull out the emotion card. And now you her little bitch.
Damn.
You done set the precedent.
This is so
I've
hard to
seen it
listen.
happen too many times.
Yeah,
This
he
so
didn't,
hard
he didn't
to
map this
listen
shit
to.
out like
I've watched niggas set precedents that I know you are not going to want to continue this behavior for the duration of your relationship. So why you let me grind
But
now?
Man, you
okay,
gotta take that shit on a
yes,
case by case basis.
Don't set precedents you ain't willing to stick to, G.
I
Yeah,
get
but
that,
you don't.
but
But you don't. You can get to that end result without always. Yes, baby, you were right. Yes, baby, you were right.
I just said
yes,
if you
baby,
start
right.
apologizing.
no, but let me tell you the other way that you guys do that.
Yeah.
And Lance, you brought this up the last time I was here, and I've been talking about it ever since. Because men still want to fuck. Do you remember saying that? Because men still want to fuck. That's the other way you got her spoiled. She'll do some shit y'all don't really like, but because you still fuck her. Y'all seen the memes where and then the meme will say, yeah, we got into an argument, but I laid on the bed like this and her ass is out. She know that's gonna end the argument because y'all want to fuck.
She got the great equalizer.
And so to me, it's like while men have been
That shit don't work on all men.
wait, listen, hold on, because
My dick and roll over on your ass.
hold on, because I don't want you to like seriously. Stop. I don't want you to really miss
I'm
this.
good.
Stop. I don't want you to really miss this because men oftentimes would think that women are using not having sex as punishment, but it's because we're not feeling good. There's something that is not meshing with us that we in a moment where we not feeling it, we not fucking. It's not punishment. It's just we not feeling it. Men, on the other hand, because y'all really want to fuck, y'all will be feeling a certain kind of way, and she knows she got you feeling a certain kind of way, but she know if she lay with that one leg
But
cocked
you know why it's
open,
punishment to us?
because you still want to fuck.
No, we have given you the license to be the only piece of pussy we got.
Hey, I heard a minister actually say that.
So when
Stop.
hold on, wait a minute. What you mean?
yeah.
I had listen before you.
Yes.
If a chick wasn't acting right, I had options. Now I have given you. You are my only piece of ass, and you can take it away as you see fit. And you can justify.
And you can't too,
No,
but
I can't.
you just don't.
I can't.
You
There is
can.
nothing.
You cannot
Listen,
fuck.
Hold on. Whoa. Wait a minute. Hold on. First of all, let's not acting like fucking is the same for men and women.
Yeah.
Not do that.
Yeah. Because
But no,
dudes ain't gonna be like, you can't have no
that
dick
is my
tonight.
whole point.
Hold on.
Dudes ain't gonna be like, you
Wait,
can't have no dick tonight.
I'm
No,
about to explain
you on
something.
punishment.
But if
Wait.
you
It's
would,
not the
she
same.
would take
Wait,
you more serious.
Wait.
Right.
That's my point.
Niggas, first of all, stop.
That's my
Stop,
whole
stop,
point.
stop.
That's my
You
point.
know that ain't
For
the
men and
norm.
women aren't equal. Let's not play that game.
But
Yeah.
this,
Hold on,
no.
listen, this is
Okay,
what I'm saying.
come on.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, come on.
Women can take away a primary provision in the relationship without the chance of damaging the relationship. Name a provision men can take away because they ain't feeling away. Name one thing.
I think it's
that man.
I'm telling you. Let me
Sex
answer.
is not on that list because it's a rare woman who is with that man because he ain't no chick, man, no nigga, cause no dick. She might stay with a goofy nigga for a little while, but she ain't put no.
Okay, just hear me out.
No, but let me just answer my question.
Okay,
first.
come on.
Name one thing that men can take away from their woman that they typically provide without causing a major fucking problem.
Nothing.
Because women's sex is something major that is provided to us. You now have control of all the sex, and women wield that as a weapon. Now, name what we do in return to match that action. What do we take away when we mad at our women?
You don't take away like spending or gifts, or you don't do that? I'm asking.
Wait, say the question again, because I think I may have an
answer. Name the provision. Name what you take away from your woman when you're upset with her. Your woman will take sex away from you. Name one thing you remove when you mad at her. I'm not doing this no more because I'm mad at you.
You should.
No. Forget what we should. The average man don't remove nothing. He don't stop paying no bills.
No, I agree with you.
He don't stop doing shit around the house.
But let me tell you what happens when you stop.
Nothing.
Attention.
But let me tell you what happens.
Provision. That's not something you're providing necessarily.
Yes, it is. Attention is totally
because that's the.
If I ain't fucking with you,
yeah, but that's equal. Like if she ain't fucking you, you ain't getting attention either. I'm talking about what do you provide? You provide money, finances, protection. You fix shit around the crib. Like
somebody said time.
Shit.
Somebody said time.
Yeah, but that's equal because if she ain't fucking you, you ain't getting that either. That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about something that
is typical to the
gender.
Yeah,
because sex, we prioritize sex more than women do typically. That's why I say I don't put it on the same scale.
But women
that
prioritize
is why
money. I'm telling
so
you
a man can take away
that
money.
Let me tell you what happens when men stop fucking.
Nothing.
When men stop fucking us, we get self-reflective.
But I think you don't value. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand how valuable that is.
What I'm telling you is it is the equalizer that you never guys get a benefit because women would think about the ways that they fuck over you or your feelings are hurt or you're not getting your needs met if they had to. But because you don't require them to think about it because you still want to fuck all the time, they are never reflective about it.
But let me tell you how that goes.
Trust me. Listen, I'm a woman.
You take away the dick, you're cheating.
Say it again.
If you take away the dick, you are cheating.
But there's a now that's the extreme. That's the extreme. But there's something in the middle that's gonna make them think. Like so, they may straighten up and fly right because they don't want
like
you.
Yes.
Man, hold on. I don't think that's unusual.
Can you ask somebody in the comments? Anybody in the comments?
I'm gonna ask
anybody in the comments.
That's unusual.
Either one of you gentlemen.
Hold on. No, you don't.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You're not listening. Ask my question. Do either one of you gentlemen think that you could get upset with your woman on any type of regular basis and start withdrawing sex?
That she's not going to think that you fucking somebody else.
No. And not cause a bigger problem for yourself.
Yeah, anytime you take away something, it's going to
Are you going to, when she take away sex from you, it's a way to get what she wants. Do you believe as a man that if you started exercising that option, it would
that same option taking away sex
resolve your situation
or
any
make
other
it worse?
Option?
I think most no. But
what do you think? Make it worse or help resolve?
Oh, it's going to make it worse.
Thank you.
Because now she's going to start
for us. Because now I just added.
Why do you make it worse?
Because if I take away, I'm gonna tell you. Let me answer the question.
Yeah, come on.
Because whatever problem we have, once I take away sex, she's not gonna take it the way I do when she takes it from me. So if she take away sex from me,
it's not gonna be perceived the same way.
She's upset with me. She ain't feeling me. She don't want to fuck. When I take sex away from her, she not gonna think he ain't feeling me. He don't want to fuck. She gonna make up a reason that make her feel better. He cheating. He on some fuck shit. He doing something. He ain't feeling me. And that's probably the last thing that comes to her mind.
That's gonna be based off how I think how women view men. That we can't move without sex.
It's gonna get worse.
So he gonna get it from somewhere.
Yeah.
No,
so you ain't fucking me. Who you fucking in?
Now I'm generalizing because I don't think that's the norm. I don't think that's the norm, but I think that's probably like if you did a survey of 100 women, you're probably gonna get more than 50.
Or you gonna
ask what you thought.
It's gonna be more that's gonna be thinking that.
Spark some insecurity in her, and now it's gonna be something, Joe.
But what I think, but I do think a percentage of women.
Am I on the track?
Hold on.
I do think a percentage of women will actually probably start fucking them.
You be better off to stop talking to her. You'd be better off specifically just saying, I'm not fucking with you as a whole. Then, like, so with women, they will fuck with you, but not give you no pussy.
Anything.
Listen, different. A woman will still communicate you in the house and all that, but she just won't give you no ass.
Mm-hmm.
That won't work for a man when he's still communicating and working with her, and then I'm just not fucking you tonight.
So you saying like it needs to be like almost like a total like a
I know he just does that. He took whatever problem he had and he added 2 more points.
He's exacerbated.
Usually for me, I take communication. Silent. I'll still do everything for you, but I ain't talking to you.
Right.
That's me.
That's where to get it done.
Okay, so where's the line of abuse in that?
But I said that
I ain't
earlier.
gonna ask you what you want to eat. I know what you like. I'll go get it.
Attention, and affection. That's what I said. I said attention earlier.
That is borderline abusive.
No, that's not him
I
taking
said
away
attention earlier.
That's not him taking away attention. That's him saying, I'm not fucking with you, but I'm not abandoning you. Right. I'm not, but that's more than just taking away attention.
Because I'm still giving you attention.
No, I got that.
I know you gotta eat.
You just been a man.
But that's passive aggressive.
What you're doing, you're handling your responsibility in the relationship.
That is some passive aggressive ass bullshit.
You're doing that, but with the other part, that's the attention. That's the attention / affection. You're talking about I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do.
That's
passive aggressive. That is what that is.
He's doing is beyond
taking the pussy ain't passive aggressive.
That is passive aggressive.
Attention would be we still communicating, but I ain't being affectionate towards you. I ain't spending no time with you. That's taking away attention. He cold show, and I do it too. I'm not fucking with you. I'm gonna take out the garbage. I'm gonna do all my manly responsibility.
Everything.
And beyond that, don't say shit to me.
I go get breakfast.
That's borderline. That's emotionally abusive.
Don't say good morning. Don't say good night. Don't ask me what I'm
emotionally abusive.
You've done that.
Don't worry about what the fuck I'm eating. Don't worry about where I'm going.
That is emotionally abusive.
That's what made
Have you done that?
Motherfucker.
I think all 3 of us have done that.
Have breakfast for you because I know
And you know how we get there? When I try to talk to you
I ain't saying
and you just won't listen, you not trying to hear me. I am done arguing. I am not about to be in this motherfucker arguing for 3 straight hours. I'm done. And what I'm gonna do when I'm done is I want space. No, I want space. Now I'm at the age now. I need space for a little bit. Let me calm down.
Yes, and come back.
Now, if you don't give me that space, I am leaving the house. Give me my space, because now you are. I don't want to use this term because it's going to trigger people, but you are basically. You're forcing yourself on me.
Okay.
And that's just wrong.
You're not respecting where I'm at.
Okay, so
you're not respecting my feelings.
You're not respecting my space.
You're not getting what you want, so it's fuck me now.
Okay, but and this is a real question because I have this dynamic with most people in my life. I said earlier, I'm a leaver. I will
10 o'clock
leave.
already too.
When it
shit,
we just
fuck it,
I
whatever.
didn't
No, we good. Go.
She ain't use that on her goddamn cards. We did that on purpose because we know you had some bullshit for us.
Diverted my attention.
Hey, we gonna just keep talking.
I love it when a player comes together.
you
fucking Virgos.
That's okay. You'll be at my show and then we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
But I forgot even what I was getting ready to say. I can't believe y'all did this to me.
Let's be quiet. Shh.
I don't remember.
Next question.
Yeah, go pull one of the off the car. Go to the car.
No, you had a really good point. I wanted to say something. Do you remember what you just last said?
Hell no.
Exactly. We smoked too much.
I kind of do, but I'm having trouble recollecting.
Okay, just say anything. Anything?
Pizza.
Stop.
Nah. What were we talking about?
I don't know, but you had a
recollect.
Really good
I remember
point.
somebody said something about recollect.
I don't know.
I was saying, but you can't. That man. I was saying we got to shut down completely, and I'm a lead a house.
Okay,
you know,
thank you. I know exactly where we were. So
She's
you were
both,
like,
Natasha.
you had to leave. Like you're a leaver.
I will leave.
Right.
But I'm not a leaver.
So okay.
I'm not a leaver.
Okay.
That's a last resort if you don't chill.
Okay. Perfect.
Right.
Because I'm sort of the same. If I'm talking to someone and I see them losing their emotional agency, like they're starting to escalate, now they animated, and I'm over and out. It's a shutdown. It's a wrap. But I find myself in dynamics with most people in my life where I'm an avoidant personality and they are an anxious personality. So they need you to stay. They need to fix it and they need to work it out right now. So my question is, who yields in that situation? Because just like you said a second ago, I always, you know, you're forcing yourself on me. So you want me to stay here and deal with you. So in a situation where you need to leave and their anxiety needs you to stay, who yields?
I think it's the gravity of the situation. It depends on the gravity of the situation and the emotional stability of the people involved.
Boom.
So I gotta base it on those two. So if it's some shit where I'm way more upset than her and that shit supersedes, at some point I gotta leave to protect me and her.
Listen, I say that all the time. I'm protecting us from. I'm protecting us from me.
But I don't mean for physical violence.
No, exactly. Yeah, me too.
It can get to a point where I'm gonna say some shit that you're gonna hold over my head for a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say nothing, get angry enough to say something.
But that's where control comes in.
And then doesn't this piss you off because they do it? You give them the warning and they do it anyway?
At this stage of my life, no. There was a period where, and when you see the damage done from that, you hopefully learn from it.
Which is why you leave.
But you don't all. But what if leaving ain't an option? She just said who yields to who.
But his answer was pretty much
that's the last resort. I said
really what you do is
the last resort is what?
The last resort after we done tried to talk it out. We can't resolve it. We can't stop arguing.
And
like
you forcing yourself on me.
See, I'm a type of person where I will literally say, I think we've reached a point in the conversation where this shit ain't doing nothing but getting worse.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's stop, Joe.
But what if
some people don't want to stop?
Exactly.
So I will plead for the stoppage. And if you still don't want to stop, I gotta bounce.
But see, this is why I think that we need a safe word in arguments.
I don't think it works.
There and there.
You know, no. Listen, I've worked this in a couple of situations, but honestly, what you said is really key. It's like you have to assess the situation. And there have been times where I really wanted to leave, and after I just did. And here's the thing: if you have more emotional intelligence than your partner, it's always going to be you. You're going to always be the one.
Do that.
But here's the thing. But listen. Let me finish, because here's what happens. You, like you just said, though, you can assess. So the one with the more emotional intelligence need to assess. Okay, right now,
yes,
I think I can bring my energy down enough in this moment to accommodate them. And then there are some times where you have to look at them and say, yo, I'm not in a place emotionally where I can accommodate you right now. So I need you to let me leave. And both people need to let that happen. So you build trust with each other. So when you know you're leaving, I know you're coming back. Because a lot of people's anxiety is based off of them not thinking you're coming back to deal with it.
I told you. I don't mean leave the house.
No, leave the argument.
Like going upstairs. I'm only going to leave the house.
But
them arguments go from the kitchen to the bathroom to the back porch.
They want you to stay right here in the living room.
I'm going to tell you why I don't like what you said.
Come on.
What did she say?
I don't like what she said, that the person who has the
more
emotional intelligence always has to be the person.
They have to.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I cannot be in that relationship.
Yeah, you have to know that.
That's
too much stress,
Joe.
Yeah,
the amount of resentment that will build up.
Yes,
too much responsibility.
I always gotta be the bigger person. I always gotta be the mature one, while you
being disrespectful.
Well, not even that. You get to know. It's
just like your father. Just disrespectful.
It's not
just saying you just gotta bow out.
It's not even disrespect. You get to have your release. I never get to release because I got to be the mature one
to yield,
hold back, always calm your wild ass the fuck down. I got to maintain my calm. When do I never get? I had to tell my ex-wife, you hold all these emotions. When do I get to have a bad day? And every day I come home, you got a bad day.
And cater to her.
When do I get to be the one? Because Joe, I'm a human. Do I get to go the fuck off and have you bring me back down?
I was just getting ready to say this. I had this girl literally say to me, she was like, I don't understand why you get so upset. Like when I get upset and you usually help me calm down, why can't you do that for yourself? And I was like,
bitch, I'm human.
And I was like, so I got to manage your triggers and mine.
Yeah.
And I was like, so when you see me upset, why can't you reciprocate giving me the space? I feel you. I get it. And it really is a thing. Like when you know you are the one with the most emotional intelligence, you get resentful. And they
get bitter and you get angry.
they get resentful because it always appears like you're always right.
No, I'm gonna tell you what happens is.
Don't.
Hey.
Hold on.
They get mad at you because it seems like you're always right.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell
People
you what
get caught up
happens
in
is
right and wrong.
Yeah.
end up losing your shit
Yeah,
because you like motherfucker.
I'm holding
You
your
done went
bag.
off on me the last 50 times, and then you never chill. And the one time I say an out of place word, the one
It's
time I
chaos.
raise my
Well, you
fucking voice,
such and such.
You treat me like
and that's the shit that make you
The one
wanna
time.
The
go
one time.
ape shit. It's like, Joe, you get to have all these occurrences, but my one occurrence is treated like a final write-up. You know what I'm saying? This bitch been late every
10
day.
days to
You
get out
don't
of
get
here.
a verbal. You don't get a ring.
You get a flat out ticket, no warning.
And I've had this conversation with
We're gonna
men.
send security with you.
Right.
Grab your
Clean
shit.
your desk.
I've had this conversation with a lot of dudes. Men are responsible for a lot of this because,
You still want to fuck?
well, no, it's not just that.
Back to that.
No,
Yes.
it's not just that. It's not just that. It's something I don't think a lot of women realize. As a man, we feel because we're your protectors.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath that protection, a part of that is your happiness. So when you're unhappy or sad, we feel like we're not doing our jobs. It's not that we're
Kira just
responsible
said
for your
that to me
happiness.
today.
What's up, Akira? You getting the shout out,
He
baby?
just said that to me today.
So it's not that we're responsible for your happiness, but you being happy and sad feels like as the protector and provider, she's not in a good space.
And so in some way,
So even when we are beefing, I still feel some level of I can't let her get too low, right? I can't let it get too bad.
yeah.
So it is never to my benefit to have you upset. Well, a woman, usually when your man upset, you just leave that nigga alone and give him some space. You don't feel the same level of responsibility because we feel like we letting you down almost. If your woman unhappy for 3 days, dog.
I'm gonna tell you.
You don't feel like you're doing something wrong, or you feel some level of responsibility.
Really?
To
I don't
fix
think
that.
women know that.
Look,
I do
and-
not.
and-
I
and-
think
and-
you
and-
do.
and-
That is
and-
a major
I gotta fix that.
revelation.
My
You're
woman's
right.
unhappy.
I don't think women.
And if
think
you don't,
that.
if you don't feel that, it's time to go.
Yeah.
I
Look,
don't
if you
think
don't
women
feel
know
that,
that
You
about
want
y'all.
to be 3 days in a row and I don't do nothing?
yeah.
Yeah.
There
We
was
both-
this-
I don't think we ever thought you felt a way
yeah.
about like
Oh,
any
yeah.
responsibility for it or wanting to fix
That's why
it.
when
Or
that's why I'm gonna let you. My bad. I mean, but that's why men, when our woman shows the tiniest bit of contrition,
Mhm.
we let her slide because ultimately her being happy is most important. So she don't necessarily gotta say she's sorry. That's why when women be like, they make their favorite meal, they go and give them some ass. That slightest bit of contrition
Is
you let her
enough.
ride. But the problem
It becomes
is,
enough.
you set the precedent that she never gotta own her shit.
Yeah.
Exactly. You guys
It's a
are
dangerous- but it's
working against
dangerous.
your own
But we not trying
self-interest.
to. We not trying to.
But
we don't
if
want to
you-
make. We not trying to make our girl swallow
Listen,
her fucking pride.
Listen,
Am I
I
right?
swear to God,
Do you want your girl swallowing her pride just so she can say I'm sorry?
No.
But you want her happy though, right?
Right.
So when she act like she's sorry,
But the issue is that that's a sense of, because the other one you miss is like when they put their head on your chest or something like that. It's the whole thing without actually saying sorry. But the question that I have to ask, I want to ask us and the men that's watching, if you know she said she's sorry without physically, like without it coming out her mouth, is it enough?
No, we want the confession.
No. I think.
Okay, I'm
for
sorry.
me-
You said
for me,
man. You weren't talking to me.
Exactly.
not
always. Always.
You gotta
is the
say
word.
you gotta
Depend on the situation.
There are scenarios.
Yeah, depending on the situation.
There are scenarios where your ass got to say sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
See, my
But
love
there are
language is
times-
words of
there are
affirmation. I
times
need
where-
the words. I need the words.
Yeah, but you ain't got to do that all the
Not
time.
every time.
No.
Words of affirmation is my thing.
Yeah, sometimes
work.
Right.
Sometimes that leads to something else.
Okay.
Sometimes that little head on the chest leads to something
All
else. You know.
That you may need the words from us as men.
You don't need the word.
I need to know
Acknowledgement.
that you-
The acknowledgement.
No,
They
no, no.
acknowledge.
Well, I need to know you.
But it's the
have
same with them when we just talking about acknowledgement.
will, the want to own it. You shouldn't only own it because I'm making you own it. I need you to come to me sometime
Yeah.
with no action on my part.
No
and be like,
provocation.
baby,
I thought about it. I thought about it.
yeah,
I thought about that shit.
We got into it yesterday. It
You know
didn't
what?
get resolved. We went to sleep. Went to
Ladies,
work,
are you
come back the
listening?
next day and be like, you know what, baby?
I'm telling
I thought
you.
about it. You right.
You have
But I gotta do that.
listen, where the camera at? I always do this every show. Women, you have no idea what that gesture would do for a man. What? To just say, I thought about it. You know, I get it. I get it. Yeah. Unprovoked.
What an unprovoked apology do for you, my nigga?
Nigga.
Sam cooking.
What you want to
The way you guys are talking about this is like a unicorn.
Listen, Sam would be in there like, baby boy, want some breakfast?
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you why. Let me paint the scene for you why we love it so much. You coming home from work and you and your girl got into it last night. What are you anticipating when you walk in the door?
First of all,
Man,
you
heat.
miss.
Oh God, there's so much
or cold shoulder, right?
No. First of all, you missing a detail that I think will give the statement some texture.
What?
All day this nigga's been like, fuck, I gotta go home and
Oh,
my God. I gotta go home.
Okay, so what are you dreading? What's in the house that you're dreading? What's in the house that you're
I'm
dreading?
gonna tell you something. You got off work at 4:30.
Revisiting what you went through earlier.
Fuck.
Hey, you got off work at
The
4:30.
night before.
You typically go in your car by 4:45. Today you ain't leave.
Marie said it doesn't happen often.
Boy, nigga.
What doesn't happen often?
Your alarm don't
I'm
go
assuming
off.
apology.
Your alarm
Okay.
goes off at 5
We all
a.m.
been
You
married.
at the door at 4:30.
Ahmad said, yeah, I need to hear it. I need to
we
hear it
all
say
hear
it.
it.
Yeah, you gotta hear it.
Yeah.
I guarantee each one of us has sat in that car in front of the house like, man, I don't feel like going in here and hearing this shit.
Yeah.
And if you walk in that house and your girl, instead of giving you a cold shoulder or attitude or angry, said, baby, I'm sorry. I thought about it. You was right. Or you know what? Maybe not you was right. I overreacted. I'm sorry. Nigga.
Yeah.
In your mind, it's that little nigga that's dancing.
Joe, you damn near want to go buy her some shit.
I was getting ready to say, like,
You want to be like,
You
talking to
hungry?
me? You sorry. That shit feel like head.
Man, look.
That's like you just got head. Joe, when you expected to walk into some bullshit and instead you get I'm sorry and a kiss and a hug, that shit don't feel like some good head, G. The amount of relief. Joe,
You start making
even
reservations
if-
in a motherfucking restaurant you
even
don't want
if
to
the
go
fight
to.
wasn't big, the fact that you ain't gonna be irritated all fucking night.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
so
a
are
good
you
night.
guys
That's a good night.
Are you guys
That's a good
experiencing
night.
that like on a daily basis within your home?
My girl's accountable, I told you.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
My one is accountable.
My story. Yeah. My story is the same.
Yeah,
Okay.
my was accountable. Now we have our bullshit. I ain't saying perfect.
Yeah.
neither
Me and my
am I.
girl unpack shit. We had
Do you don't harbor, you don't hold, you don't.
Well, we ain't really had. I mean, it's 2 years. We going on 2 years. We don't know what the fuck date is, but we just know that we just are hanging out, and
Okay.
we've been together, knowing each other, and been together for 2 years, right? But the times where we've had like I can't even call them issues because everything has been pretty good. But the times where we had to talk about some shit, we talk about it. We talk about it and say, yeah, I can understand that. And okay, I see it. We've actually had conversations later. Maybe not that day, but we'll come back to it. And she's good where she'll say something like, you know what? I want to revisit. I want to go back to the conversation that we had the other day.
Okay.
And then now, and again, not that it's been any like high emotions with it, but just coming back. And I think it was Tiffany Lucas. She was saying, what does leaving and coming back do? What does that really do?
No, she said, what does it look like when you come back? That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
But what it looks like, it's you all can actually, with probably little to no emotions, can come back and have that conversation. And it's a little bit more healthier.
And I do think that
because it gives you time to like think about it.
Yeah, you
in healthy relationships.
Yes, and it creates
and
a
healthy
level,
relationships.
It creates a level of intimacy because you're creating trust.
Yes.
So in one relationship that we had a 45-minute rule. And so if something was happening and either one of us would call it, we have 45 minutes to come back. And that was enough to go smoke, to go, watch a snap real quick. It was a moment
to decompress. And when we came back in 45 minutes, just the fact that we each showed up at 45 minutes created a level of trust. I know you're coming back to me. Yeah. I know you're coming back to this. I know you're invested in the work
that you want that shit to work.
Because your man went to the fucking basement like that. Now you feeling abandoned?
Yes.
I mean,
hell yeah.
People have abandoned fucking basement.
Bro, what you don't understand to see, listen, what you don't understand is for some women to see their nigga back in that moment.
Did your father walking away and never come back like I'm in the fucking basement?
I know, right? But it's not
what your daddy do to you.
It's not. It can be across the partition. It can be across the partition for some people. That just that level of abandonment. It's a trigger. So I'm just saying.
Your woman got to know you.
That's what I'm saying. It's a trigger,
you
bro.
You know me. I'm loud. I work diligently on trying not to yell when I'm angry, but when I get
frustrated,
passionate, heated.
Well, it's when I get frustrated. When I get angry, I'm the opposite.
You get quiet.
No, when I get angry, I talk slow and deliberate like you a 5-year-old.
Condescending and shit.
Let me tell you how that looks. Women have told me this, and it feels threatening too.
I told you that I don't like my socks on the table.
But see, I probably
why you talking to me like I'm slow?
Slow that shit down like a
I'm like that. When I get real mad,
I do that for control because I'm thinking harder. I'm thinking harder.
That's why you do it?
Yeah, because I've been told like, why you talk? I got the same thing. Why you talking to me like I'm slow? Why you talking slow like that? It's like, no,
I'm intentional.
I'm being careful with my words because I am aware that in this moment you are holding on to every single word. So I don't want my words to be misconstrued.
That part.
That's the only reason I want you.
I'm out. Y'all notice how Obama when he does his speeches he pauses.
It's a pause.
There's
all
a
the
pause.
damn time.
Nigga, that pause will give you peace. That pause will give you peace.
So you intentional when you do it?
Absolutely.
I'm not intentional.
Because there was a period.
You're not intentional.
No.
What?
When I think you are intentional. I get that way.
I think you're intentionally shitty.
No.
That's intentional. That's still intentional. It don't matter.
What I'm saying is, I don't do it intentionally. Fact. That is my.
This is still on the table.
Bring that shit on.
What angle you saying it from? Intentional is intentional.
I don't do it intentionally. When I get angry or in a heightened sense of awareness, I mentally slow down.
Okay.
So like I used to work security. You know when something happened, one nigga get all anxious, I slow down.
Okay.
So when I'm getting when I'm talking to you angrily, I'm speaking for clarification. Yeah, I mean, that's why I say I don't want no misunderstanding. I be like, I told you last motherfucking time, Joe. Like I talk to men like that. Like, hey, dog, don't play with me. Like each word is his own opinion.
Yeah, you got dudes. Don't be talking to me slow.
Can I be serious? No, but I said it's not just condescending.
I felt that.
When I get angry,
I'm showing you the
seriousness of it. Because my face, I'd be like I told you I used to do to my girl in college. I used to punch my hand, and I see that.
That would make a chick run.
Right. She kept leaning.
Yes.
She was leaning back, and then I'm getting offended. Like, why are you acting like I'm finna hit you?
Right.
But I don't realize I'm talking like this. Who the fuck is you fucking? Because nigga, I'm saying your palm in her face.
Right, because your palm bleeding.
In her face. I mean, who the fuck is you fucking talking to like that? And she like this, and I'm like, why you acting like I'm finna hit you? Nigga, I don't know.
That happened to me. That happened to me.
But I had to realize. I didn't realize what I was doing.
That hand into this.
But she never explained it to me. She never said, "Nigga, you up in my face aggressive." I didn't know. She just kept leaning back, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, ain't no way on God's green earth I'm gonna hit her. She got to know I'm not gonna hit her.
How does she know, nigga?
Right. I mean, you assume. I assume women know that me hitting them just ain't gonna happen.
But for me, that looks like losing control.
But in my head,
yeah, exactly, Suzette.
Yeah. No, I get it. But in my head, as a young man,
it was just
hitting you ain't on the table.
Yeah.
So I'm offended. Like, you think I'm gonna hit you? Like, what type of dude you think I am? But I don't realize how physically. I don't realize I'm doing it.
How aggressive.
All I'm saying is, How dare you think I'm a fucking like me? You like
It's
tripping, shorty. I'm telling her she
Old
tripping.
and shit.
right.
And the funny part is, I'm telling her she tripping.
Why you doing that? You straight tripping. Lord, yeah. She triggered in a motherfucker right now. I hope she ain't watching right now. Lord have mercy.
With my girl now, she will tell you, I will literally say in the middle of the argument, let me stop yelling. I'm sorry. I will in the middle of it. I will be in the middle of a yell.
Accountability is so sexy.
I'm sorry.
Accountability is so sexy. It'll make me want to suck your dick. Like, are you for real?
My girl don't like art.
Let me start being
and she
accountable.
don't like yelling.
You said what?
He said, let me start being accountable then.
You hear what she said?
What?
I said accountability make me want to suck your dick. Or your other thing. I am bisexual.
That ain't exactly how she reacted.
Right. I mean,
that was their reaction.
But the way that you said
yelling,
but the way that you said that you came in the house and you saw something different and it made you feel some type of way, women, we feel that the same way too. So when we see men like check themselves, like people like, oh shit.
I got to because I know like I ain't gonna it's gonna make it worse. And she gonna shut down.
Right.
So and
you know what?
I don't need to be yelling.
And that to us looks like good leadership also.
I be trying,
You know what I mean? That's sexy. Like we just be like,
what's that?
That you gotta be the change you want to see.
Sir.
You cannot tell a woman to change nothing
that you ain't doing.
If you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Because there's no respect and do as I say.
But see, they can do that to you.
But that's only because y'all let them. I'm gonna keep saying
because as men, we don't look at y'all to be the leaders.
That's all.
But she does. So you can't be like, hey, you got to do so on and so forth.
What you say, Sam?
No, because they don't push happy life, happy wife.
When it's happy spouse, happy house.
That shit. I don't play that.
But you know what?
That's
but
what
I
they push.
But
like,
no,
you may not go for it,
you
but
lie. I'm calling you out right now on the floor because you can't say that you don't go for that. And you just talked about all of the ways you can let them slide.
Yeah. No, I talk about men in general. I don't do that shit no more.
Okay, because I'm just saying.
My girl's accountable. But hold on, I am a man and I'm smart. I am not gonna lie, act like I never let her slide. I'd be a fucking fool. Now you can't just hold your girl accountable every goddamn time, nigga. No, that's dumb.
I mean, you do pick your battles.
You pick your battles.
You pick your battles for sure.
But
I just really think that
she can win most of them. Be honest, I don't care.
My son brought it to my attention when it was Christmas time, and him and his girl were picking Christmas gifts, and he was like, I'm looking at her list, and she got all kind of shit on there. Mine got like some more. He was like, I gotta step my wants and needs up, and it made me really think about men in general, like. I think you guys get the short end of the stick, and you don't get your needs little because that's y'all's thing because y'all let it slide. You still want to fuck, and I feel like I do like listen,
and that's just a little we require like shit.
No, she just needs to provide him things.
But that requires her to do something.
No, right. She needs to provide him things. He don't need to step his ass game up. She needs to start providing shit that's not material. Because he don't want.
So what does that look like for him?
You? Like for me, I'm like that too. I'm not big into material shit, but it's other shit that I may want done. Like I don't like to do nothing administrative.
Oh, I love that.
Nothing.
So like handle the bills or like file the taxes.
Paying bills is easy. Signing up for anything, writing anything, filling out anything, talking to a fucking doctor. I don't want to do none. You make my appointments for me. Tell me my schedule.
Okay,
all that.
I love that.
None of that.
Okay, so you like a woman that's sort of like an assistant.
It don't be nothing had nothing to do with her. It could be completely with my. I would tell my family.
But you know what? That is when, to me, I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, that's when you know a woman is really invested when she does things for you that don't have any benefit of her to herself,
and vice versa.
You know, absolutely,
and vice versa.
Absolutely,
she handle all that shit.
Yeah,
but
you know what I found is like I've dated different people, and one person would really value me being an assistant to them. Like I would be helping them out. It was like I said, Miss Seeley, here go your socks, and this is what's next, and you got this tomorrow.
Yep.
But then I dated this other person who had all of those systems in place.
So he ain't need
So that's not what he was looking for. So it's like you got to find out what people value and what helps.
My woman is to make my life easier.
And I think women miss the fact that when you make his life easier, it makes y'all's life easier.
It makes me want to do more shit for her.
That
would have made me do when I come back and she be taking care of me. I'll be like, okay. I want to do nice shit
you
anyway
be
because I used to be unthoughtful. That was a huge criticism of mine by damn near every woman I was with.
That you're not thoughtful.
That,
That
well,
you weren't
I've
thoughtful.
consciously worked on it over the years.
Being
But-
thoughtful.
Because I know it was clearly a flaw. Like every woman said the same goddamn thing. It got to be true. G. Like literally, without fail. Every woman I ever been with would be like, you unthoughtful. And the other thing they would say is, you can make me feel like you don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Every woman told me that.
Women have that comes easy for us. We're always in that nurturing mode. You know what I'm saying? We're always doing that. But I think men have to think about it, and that's okay.
Well, no, I'm too
but just think about it.
I'm that dude you can't threaten with nothing.
When you know there's a space of weakness, for lack of a better word, I don't want to make it seem like it's like,
She's in there, Ken.
Then it's like you have to be intentional about it. You know what I mean? You gotta think that
you gotta
through.
work on your weakness.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you have to work on your weaknesses.
Yeah.
You ain't always gonna succeed, but if your partner see you trying,
effort exactly.
Yeah,
effort is effort make you want to
Man,
suck a dick.
I couldn't be in a relationship where the person didn't self-reflect.
Yeah, listen.
That's you got to be able to self-reflect
Because
here's the thing.
otherwise you're in victim mode all the
You
time,
can't-
and there's no
listen.
accountability without
Dog, yeah.
self-reflection.
You got to be able to self-reflect because it's hard to say sorry if you don't have a percentage of that.
Right.
Well, you can't say sorry if you're a victim, because if you're a victim, you did nothing wrong. Something happened to you. So you'll
find a way to justify
if you
it.
a victim,
that mode.
What do you need to change anything for? Something
Happened to you.
So that's why I don't believe in. I remember I always say I take accountability for everything if it ain't my fault. Because if I can be accountable for it, I can figure out how to change it. But if I ain't accountable for it and I ain't do it, and something just happened to me, there's no reason for me to even think about changing. Change what? Something happened to me.
Right.
But if you own it and you think hard enough, damn near everything in your life, damn near, you can think of something you could have did different, dog.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Now maybe it's some shit, life happens.
Right.
But when it comes to relationships and shit, damn near I promise you, if you think hard enough, you would be like, man, if I'd have just moved this way or said this, a different time, it worked different. That's how I handled my marriage. I told you.
Now, sometimes, you know what it is? Sometimes you might not be able to figure it out, but if you just ask, what do I need to do? What do I need to do better?
Okay.
Because
can women really answer that? They can't even tell you where they want to go to eat.
I'm talking about. Right, that's true. That's very true. Like what you want to eat.
Can they tell you that?
That's it.
Like I think.
But I asked my girl that once. You know what she said?
What?
Let me think about it.
Yeah, you was there for about an hour or two trying to figure it out.
I just texted.
But they are important questions to ask.
But
People should be thinking about.
I'm saying both ways. Like even down to specific issues. Okay, well, what would you like for me to do?
Yeah, because here's
I
the
think
thing.
that's such a simple question.
Men make broad statements that we don't know what it means. So please let me ask this: what does peace look like to you, and what does respect look like to you? Because men always say, "I want to be respected. Just be my peace." So what are things or ways that women can demonstrate that she is that for you?
We're gonna make this the last one too.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Listen, we can
That's a
go.
great fucking show. It's a great fucking show.
We can
Yeah.
go forever. I'm talking about something. I got questions.
The question is, what does peace look like?
What does peace? What is it physically? How does that manifest
and then what was
itself?
respect? He said it was two
Yes.
questions.
Peace and
Do peace
respect.
first. We'll do peace and go around, then we'll do respect and go around, and we end it on that. So do peace first.
What does peace look like? Fuck.
I can answer, but you want to go first, Sam?
Yeah, man. Peace for me is
I'm on the show.
peace for me is
ghetto
when I walk through the door.
Kira, you know I'm on the show. You
Kira,
watching?
Hey, Kira, get your
I'll call you right back.
Makai Pfeiffer looking.
No, bye.
But I seen him in the comments.
Motherfucker looking at the show and calling. Say the call-in show.
Sorry, right?
WGC.
He had something he wanted to say on
He
this.
about to comment
right?
my bad and shit.
Right.
You should have call my Facebook inbox. I could have put him on the show.
What does
Right.
peace look like?
Go ahead, Sam.
Yes.
So peace for me is when I walk through the door, I don't have a laundry list of stuff. You give me
Honey-do
time,
list.
honey-do list. Give me time to relax, decompress,
Get the day off you.
right. Don't come in with 100. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. This is happening. This is due. And damn, I just walked in the door from my list, client's list, and now I got to do this list. When do I get just time to just decompress? That's peace. Also, peace for me is what's another one? It's like just knowing what I enjoy.
learning you,
learning me. And when that is interrupted, like me, you most people know that I value my free time. I value just being in the moment. And when you take me out of that moment, when I have to like sit in the car for 15 minutes
before you go in the house,
right? Shit, my peace is at stake now. I gotta go. Yeah.
Okay.
I would say peace for me is don't make my life more difficult, more stressful. If you are adding more stress, more problems, and more issues, you are not adding to my peace. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, if you are consistent, like I understand we a couple, your issues are mine, I get that. Yeah. But if you are consistently making shit more difficult for me, making my day longer and more frustrated, you're not adding to my peace. It's like, Joe, we supposed to be building shit together, but like sometimes you'll deal with a person. It's not, this is men or women who dump all their shit on you every day.
Like, don't even know if you got the emotional bandwidth to handle it right now.
Like, I understand we all go, but if you dumping all your shit on me, then when do I have a chance to relax? Not only do I gotta manage my shit, I gotta manage your shit.
Can I wrap that up with a bow?
Well, he wanted to give his take on peace.
So peace for me is being in tune with me enough to know how to approach me in various situations, knowing how to talk to me, knowing what to say, what not to say, being what I give. And I said this earlier, and she don't have to slow down like I do when I talk, but being able to communicate what you're thinking without me feeling like you attacking.
Yeah.
Or you taking a low blow. Because I've been in that space before. And now I'm looking at you sideways, kind of like that meme that people always post when I was at your house. That's a little side look. Because now you're going to make me look at you differently. You know, the side eye. Like, did you just, you know what I'm saying? But I've honestly grown from the place where I have a lot more control of my own piece. So even if you do say some slick shit, you know, I've always said, if you see Liam being an asshole or being mean, connect the dots. Because I realize at this stage of my life, the whole I've been through a lot, losing and loss. When you've lost like that, you're going to control and protect your peace at all costs. And that's despite what others do or don't do.
Yeah.
But if you're in that space with me, as my woman, as my friends, people that I care about and love, if I've allowed you in that space, I expect you to move accordingly, man. Because I know I am. You know what I'm saying?
You can give what
so in regards to the piece, it's like being in tune with me, because I'm gonna give you a lot. Despite what I do on this pod, I talk a lot. So you're gonna know who I am and who I'm not. So now that you got that, move accordingly.
I love that you guys had all different answers. Like, it gave a lot of insight. I really like that. Thank you.
Peace for everyone is different.
Give your take on respect now. Then we're gonna do respect, and then we're gonna shut it down.
The question is what again?
What is respect to you?
What is respect? Like, men say they want respect. So what can a woman do to show respect? What does that look like to you?
You don't even have to agree with what I say, but if I tell you something, because I'm in tune with my feelings and emotions, and I'm just giving this as an example. If I tell you something or I share something with you, I at least expect for you to consider it. You ain't got to agree with it right away, but your ass got to respect it. If you're dismissive of something, especially depending on what it is, I mean, I'm painting with a broad brush, but I expect like respect. I know most people like watch how you talk to me and this and that shit. I know sometimes people may say respect looks different for men and women, and I think there's some truth to that. But damn, I lost my thought.
But I just wanted to say.
Oh no, that's what it was. That's what it was. Even though it may look different for men and women, that's a good argument. But there is a level. There is room for the golden rule. and just treat others how you want to be treated. If you just move like that, think about what the fuck you say and do to me. If you think about if it was done to you,
Yeah.
that'll make you at least, like I said, at least pause. And if you don't do that, if you're in that space and you don't do that, yeah, I don't feel like you respect me.
What you say, Sam?
I lost my thought. But okay. No, respect for me is if I say something or if I mention something, just like he said, just think about it.
My
Don't
husband
just come to a conclusion. No, that's not good.
My husband used to say
Or
to
if
me,
I tell you move left,
consider before you reject.
right? Definitely. Well, if I'm telling you to move left, I'm telling your ass to move. Why you want me to move? Motherfucker, move left. Because, goddammit.
Then you get hit. Well, I told you to
Why I
move.
gotta move left? What's over there on the left side?
Don't question everything.
What makes you
respect what I'm telling you? Stop questioning everything does not need a question. Just listen to me. Respect my authority. It's not just I'm not dictating anything. Just respect the authority, because if you want me here to protect you, that's what I'm here for.
Now, can I throw a little pause in there? Now, a lot of men probably heard that, but please understand, if you're a motherfucker that's made poor decisions constantly, always, that's the word of the day, then you got to understand that person may not.
Right.
To a degree, that shit is.
Well, you gotta
Can it be earned?
You got to know that.
No, authority is given. So if he respected the authority because you gave me the fucking authority.
Okay, so like if he gives some directions on cooking, it's just cook how you
Yeah, you struck a nerve.
I know, bro. I'm sorry.
Why you gotta do it like that?
Here you go, Sam. Why I gotta wash the chicken? well, why I can't wash the chicken? Why shouldn't I? Oh, my mama taught me to wash the chicken.
Wash the chicken.
Now there was something. So, like I know someone I dated. They would ask for understanding. So I'm asking this so I can understand this. Most
everything.
people
it's just like
no, it wasn't everything. It was just something.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I just want you to know I'm not asking to be combative. I'm asking for understanding. And then they would ask, oh yeah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
okay.
why.
That was received well.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But why I gotta put it? Joy ain't the only way. Because motherfucker,
that
the way you
like
cook in the
else.
fucking kitchen for your family is not the way you cook for a fucking crowd that's paying you. That's why you don't do it this goddamn way.
Right, you're an authority.
Damn, that sounds like
Yeah,
so a matter of fact.
I'm sorry, I've been hitting trigger spots.
He had a flashback. He called it a danger somewhere.
I've hit him once or twice.
Goddamn.
I like to watch these triggers. I'm
He done told us
sorry
you
that I
motherfuckers
made
did.
you
Right.
feel away. I would take accountability for making you feel
The
away.
only thing you were missing from that statement was, God damn it.
I'll say,
Okay, yes, come on, Lance,
for me
respect.
it's similar to this. This is Joe. Honor the position you put me in. That's respect for me.
That's
You
what you
put
got.
me
We gave this
in.
nigga too much time to think about it.
I was.
You polished the shit out that
Spit shot on that one.
No, real shit though. Honor the position you put me in. Like, goddamn it, you with me because of the man that I am, or if you got kids, the father you think I'm gonna be, the provider I'm gonna be, the protector I'm gonna be, the wise counsel, the leadership, like all the reasons you with me. Then act like it, motherfucker.
Damn.
Like don't
No, I agree.
don't put me in this position.
If you
And
may be
then
the president, then
fight
you just
against
be the
me,
vice president.
bumping heads to me all the time, question the thing I say, going against. Like I ain't the type of dude to be giving orders no motherfucking way. Like I ain't no tyrant. My girl already know most of the shit in the house. Probably you gonna call the shots and then inform me or ask my opinion because I don't want to run that shit no motherfucking way. But when it's time for me to actually be like, okay, we doing this, we gonna have a conversation about it. Decision get made, and I expect it to be pretty smooth. But if it's always an issue, when I do say something, it's always an argument, or you speaking to me in ways that you know I don't ever disrespect you, but you speaking to me in disrespectful terms, like I ain't who you put me here to be. That's respect. Didn't you bring me here to do these things? Am I not doing these things? Speak to me that way, because that's how I speak to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to speak to you like you not who you are to me. So honor my position. That's respect. When you start talking to me crazy, I'm gonna start wondering, like,
where's the respect?
Yeah, no, not well. What you bring me here for?
Right. Yeah.
If every time I call a shot, we gotta fucking argue, it'd be different if I was a tyrant bossing you around. Okay, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But if you a man, you know, sometimes you got to be like, okay, baby, I know we're gonna go this way with this one. We talked about it. We're gonna go this way. This is the shot I'm calling. That's a problem every time.
But I don't know. I was good at most women. That makes our pussy wet when you just put your foot down. We be like, okay.
That shit don't work with all women. That shit don't always work.
Like, you know how women say,
but you know what we got to do as men sometimes, and I don't know if it's with verbal or nonverbal. Either way, as long as your woman understands this, is that when you make those calls that you're making, they need to understand that you've considered them, the family, and everybody. Because sometimes, unfortunately, the way we deliver that shit comes from our balls sometimes. Like it's just comes just like, didn't I say this and that? But it's important that they understand. Right? It's just like that. Right? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna keep throwing that up.
Right. But we need to let them know. We need to let them understand that, or let them know. We need to communicate. We've considered you and the family in this decision. You know, and that doesn't mean it still can't be a conversation.
But that to me should be a given.
No,
listen.
Not when you're doing this.
It's got to be established.
That's what I'm saying. We together years. We live together. We building together. I still need to explain to you.
Oh, you okay?
Did you think
that should be a given.
And if you're talking about a mature relationship, yes,
this is us move.
That's why I say, listen. If the only time you don't got a problem with it is when the call go your way, we got a problem.
Yeah.
So it's like when he say we're gonna do it what you say, or we gonna rock with how you feel, babe.
And you know what?
You good, but when I call my shot,
because listen, I was gonna say that's even worse when a woman is okay with you doing that. You know, like she knows she getting her way, and she okay with you feeling a way, and she's just like, okay, well, it's my way. Yeah, I don't like when women are good with that.
And you can't beef with me when it don't go your way. So like I'm saying, it's only not an argument when we going with what you want. But when it's not with what you want, now it's an argument. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm not, Joe. Because every time it went your way, we was good money. There wasn't no beefing on my side. I wasn't pissed off. I wasn't walking around the house with an attitude because I ain't getting my way. We was good.
Told you, happy life, happy wife.
Yeah. But see, that's why I say I don't.
He don't like that shit.
Right. And that's what I mean.
I don't like that either.
That's what's been in
happy spouse, happy house.
I am adamant. And you can ask my girl.
Happy house.
You can ask my girl. We can shut down something. You can ask my girl. I was adamant about this. I got to be first. Period, Joe. I know you got kids.
I agree with that.
I have kids and all that shit. But I have to be. I'm finna do for everybody in this motherfucker. For you, for them kids. If anything go wrong, if the family broke, homeless, can't pay bills, they are looking at dad. They are looking at me. My daughters know.
But let me tell you, there's something you demonstrated that she agreed to that.
Because she don't put enough first.
Yeah.
Listen, if she want to go to Drake concert, my daughter want to go to the Drake concert. I told my daughter, you ain't going. She's like, but I really want to go. My wife want to go with me. You finished.
People don't.
And my girl was like, oh, Lance, you know she really want to go. Listen, if you want to figure out a way to take her up with the three of us, that's cool. Or if you really want to go with her. But if you want to go with me, she did. What are you talking about? I'm not. What you mean? Like she do something else. My wife come first. My daughter gonna always get hers. But my wife come first. Because my daughter's gonna be gone in 2 years.
I'm hard on leaving Cleve. Like I don't think I'm black and white in that.
My wife come first.
Listen, I'm the same. My family had a family. My family had a family reunion, and they told me the man I was building my life with couldn't come, and so I was like, well, I'm not coming. because he's the nigga I put in my life.
Right.
So if y'all not gonna respect his presence in my life, then we gonna miss this one.
Just like I said, when your girl call that shot,
I leave and cleave. That's it.
When your girl call that shot and be like, she don't want you to go out. You know what you got to be tell your homies?
Hey, I'm staying in.
Wifey ain't having it.
I don't know why people don't. They get in. They don't want to say that out loud.
Because it's a control thing.
You go.
Yeah. You know what it is.
She ain't gonna pull it too often.
Exactly. Because she don't need to.
I'm gonna call her Sam and be like, "Yeah, my girl ain't on that tonight, Joe. Y'all have a good time."
Yeah, I might not even call.
No, I'm gonna let y'all know.
Nigga,
You understand?
depending on how she tell me, I can't go out.
If
she show up like you can't go
she
out.
She out to him right now.
That's why. Let me ask you before we go. What's worse, when she tell you she don't want you to go, or when she do this? Yeah, go ahead and go.
Oh, that's worse. The second one.
That's worse.
It's funny because Raphael put up a video about that.
No, that shit ain't passive aggressive. That shit aggressive aggressive.
And you know what? And you know when it, hey, fellas, I'm gonna look at the camera. You know the difference because she really might mean go ahead and go. But you know what the difference is? What Lance is talking about? If she say go ahead and go, and she don't look at you.
Go ahead and go.
Or
like if she looking down or she looking somewhere else.
Oh, it's still in that.
You can't go outside.
You better go just take your shit off.
But if she look at you and say, "Yeah, baby, go ahead, have a good time," that's
she gotta do that.
She gotta do, and she gotta look at you.
But if she say, "Yeah, go ahead and go," you know that look. You been go out with your friends? Right. Yeah, y'all go have fun.
You and your little friends.
Your little friends.
Your little friends.
Listen, if what Liam did was go ahead and go, that means have a good time.
Yeah.
You
tell Lance I said hi.
Right.
And that neck don't move. She's stiff. Yeah, go ahead, go out. Hey, dog, I ain't going, dog. I'm in the crib. Right. You gonna hang up the phone and be like, what I do?
Like, if you want a problem, go ahead and go out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it means. That was it mean. That's what it means.
I ain't listen. Exactly. I called off a whole party once. It was my party. I wasn't happy, but I'd have been less happy had I had that motherfucker.
Yeah, you know what?
Not no party. Not no party.
Right, we ain't doing nothing. We changed our
mind. I was hot.
I'm kind of an ass. I was still go.
When I tell you I was hot,
you was hot.
I was hot.
And that's when you don't care anymore.
But had I had the
sidebar over there.
If I didn't care, I'd have had that motherfucker. But had I had that motherfucker, boy,
it'd have been hell to pay.
I'd have been single right now, probably. I ain't want that.
Hey man,
anyway,
listen, this was a great show. Hey, before we go,
half of my questions.
Hey, don't act like this gonna be the last time.
Setup, ladies and gentlemen.
Last time.
This was the setup.
We definitely gotta have you back on. Y'all gotta have her back on.
Before we go, thank you all both for coming out.
Yeah,
Sam, anything coming up? You know the weather's gonna start breaking, so anything you want to plug?
Pause, nigga.
What you say?
I said the weather gonna.
What did you say?
This nigga, anything coming up? Like nigga, pause.
That's what she said.
Do you have any upcoming events, Sam?
Any upcoming events?
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm just gearing up for the brunch this summer. That's it.
Oh, I can't wait.
Can I get a goddamn
Of course, you
invite to the
You been to one yet?
No, but I've been on the show. I've been on Discussion Time.
Hey,
So,
the motherfucker's fire.
so I'm.
Hey, the brunch is fire. Though.
Listen, Discussion Time was Sam got a show.
Ain't nothing better than the hot sauce brunch.
I don't know.
Hot sauce.
I can't do.
That's when I gave that look, that meme. That's where that meme came from. You there?
Yeah. I was sitting right across.
Hey, don't let me miss nothing else.
Yeah, that shit was tight. That shit was
The
tight.
whole night, me and my girl sitting there like, why she got hot sauce in the table? We didn't understand why.
Yeah.
She was the only person she had
With
a
hot
home,
sauce.
but we didn't know it was a company that I guess her family.
Oh,
All we see is everybody chilling, and
here
just
she go.
But wait a minute, and then I noticed she had a box of them bitches under the table.
Selling my shit.
She had
Yeah.
a box of hot sauce.
So here's how it went though.
Then,
But here's how it went. Everybody eating, and then she pours out the bottle of hot sauce. She puts it on her shit,
And then
and
she
then
sets
she puts it on the
And
table.
just sit there, don't say nothing.
Hold on, she don't say anything. So she puts it on the table, and then somebody was like, what's that?"
That was me.
And it was like, "Oh, that was you."
I was wondering was that
what
something
is going on?
No, I didn't know if it was something Sam said. I didn't know what was going on.
So when she put it down, when she put it down, you were like, I didn't know it was you, but I knew somebody was like, "What's that?" And it was like, yeah, that's my hot sauce. Somebody like, oh, that's yours? And she said, yeah. And I'm like,
She's like, yeah, we
First of
selling
all,
these.
you put hot sauce.
so I'm like, man, what kind of tacky?
Right.
So you gonna use somebody else's opportunity to market your shit?
Right.
At a
First of all,
gourmet dinner.
you putting hot sauce
putting
on my
sauce on
motherfucking food.
Right.
That don't require no motherfucking hot sauce.
The authority over this food.
Talking about respect. We just talking about respect. Don't put your shit on.
Don't put no sauce on my shit.
And she got it sitting on the table
If
like
ain't
this.
no condiments on the motherfucking table by me, it should be on
I
your
can't believe
motherfucking
she did
food.
that.
Don't
Tell her
ask me for no salt.
Tell her what she
Don't
tipped you
ask
with.
me for nothing.
She tipped
Oh,
you with a bottle.
she tipped me with a fucking bottle of hot sauce.
With a what?
A bottle
With
of
a
hot
bottle
sauce.
of the hot
Girl,
sauce.
she tipped her with a bottle of hot sauce.
Did you
Have
eat
one
it?
of these.
That shit failed and broke.
Oh man!
And
So then
she-
you had to clean
then
it
she
up.
tried to act. I ain't gonna get to the rest. So you can just leave it alone.
Right, you gonna trigger him some more. Like
Yeah.
we done did
Oh,
enough.
no,
He
trust
gotta
me,
drive
trust me.
home
Well,
and
nobody,
shit.
trust me, nobody happy about that shit. Cause that shit will
Nobody.
attack your shit.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Man,
we
I
all
was looking at
friends
her.
with this man.
Right.
So we don't like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
I'm
that
coming
man-
here.
So listen, the event was a beautiful event. He got servers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So everybody,
Listen, you know who we talking about. You saw how he
Yeah.
came in here.
Yeah, he ain't like all
I
that
don't
shit.
expect nothing less out this man. Are
Anyway,
you kidding me?
We got to get up out of here.
Wait,
we
wait,
supposed to go to
whoa,
karaoke
whoa.
tonight.
Oh, what I got coming up?
Yeah, what you got going
Oh,
on?
yeah.
What you got going on?
Urban Dialogue with Suzette is
When?
back 420, my
420,
birthday.
we there.
Ooh, 420.
Oh,
Oh,
man, wait,
It's 420.
420 is
We-
my
we
birthday.
can partake inside.
What day is that on?
It's a Thursday night.
I'm calling
Oh,
on
yeah.
And
Friday.
so I will have the location solidified this weekend. I'm in Pardon My Ugly, so I'll put it in there.
Yeah.
But I would
Somebody
love for
asked
y'all
us
to
to-
come out.
Yeah, Ken, she's in Pardon My
To
Ugly,
all
bro.
your-
Yes, I am.
To all the females that are going to come, I apologize in advance.
Listen, it's so
Now, they gonna-
listen.
shit.
It is so much fun because I don't know if you got okay.
I've
I don't.
been.
Does,
You know
does,
I've been
does
before.
Mickey watch the show? I love her, but I saw,
yeah, she
but
watch it.
I saw her misbehaving. I was like, I'm not accustomed to this, Mickey. This is not how you act at Urban Dialogue. She is lovely as pie, but I see she be giving you niggas heat.
Oh, Mickey
Y'all
don't play.
done did
yeah,
something
Mickey
to
don't
my
play.
girl.
What's Mickey?
Nah,
Montana.
Montana.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
y'all done did.
Mickey Montana.
Yeah,
Oh.
y'all done. Listen, that's my girl. She is.
Yeah.
At listen, ladies and gentlemen, at Urban Dialogue with Suzette, Mickey is. She is lovely.
Oh, she be in there?
Yeah.
I can't wait to go now.
Yeah, and she's lovely. But I said these motherfuckers done damaged my baby.
They go.
They
You know,
There you go.
Mickey and Nat was a Navy cheerleader, so I think she was on that bandwagon for a minute. Yeah, she was rocking with his team. She was Team Navy for a minute.
listen,
Yeah.
that's my girl. I
And they
love
was coming-
her.
They was coming at our heads.
I
too.
was like, I don't know who this girl is.
I like Mickey. She been on the show.
Yeah,
I like
she's-
Mickey. Mickey
yeah,
cool.
and she got real solid opinions. I love her.
I fuck with her.
Yeah, so
I even
I
watch
would
her
love for you
podcast
guys to
sometime.
come out to
Oh, we
Urban.
coming.
Like, come, please, dude.
Oh, we coming.
Please, okay.
We coming. And then
It's a
don't
good
forget,
time.
you got anything else you promoting?
Nope, that's it.
Sure. Okay, don't forget April 6th.
Yeah.
We're doing our first
In the building.
PMU live. It's basically called PMU live, literally. Because we literally finna be live this time, goddamn.
Yeah.
We
Come
finna
on
be,
out.
We're gonna be at Bocce's on Matson from 8 to 10, April 6th. It's a live podcast, but it's also a conversation party. We want to have interaction with everybody at the show. So they're gonna be just us up there talking shit. We're gonna be talking to y'all in the crowd, getting some of y'all responses. We're gonna have a real good time. We're gonna be in there cutting up.
Oh yeah,
telling
that's
y'all
gonna be
now,
dope. That's gonna be
I
dope.
am acting a plum fucking fool.
He's gonna be dressed like Steve Harvey.
I am gonna purple suit easy. I'm gonna enjoy myself. Listen, if don't nobody enjoy themselves there, I promise you,
Listen,
I'm
that's
gonna
when
have a good goddamn.
Listen,
time.
Hey, and the
that's
owners,
when
the
it's the
owners
best.
are hype. The
That's when
owners
it's
are
the
hype.
best.
The owner cool as hell.
The owners
Yeah.
cool as hell and they hype. They
Yeah.
actually got special drinks for us.
Yeah.
Different specials. So it's
Yeah.
gonna be a live night. Come out. It's a
Lots
Thursday.
of
Thursday. It's a
drinking.
new Friday.
Easy place to park. They got their own parking lot. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Plenty of space to come out, have a
Absolutely.
good time. April 6th, Thursday night. Fuck with us. PMU live. Literally, it's going down, baby. Man, as always, appreciate y'all for
It was
coming. You
great,
officially
man,
show
no doubt.
family now.
Listen, I'm in here. You niggas
so
can't get rid of me
family,
now. It's over with.
Yeah, you
It's
come-
over
You
with.
come whenever you want to. Sam already know, but let me
Right.
know. Yeah, you can.
I
definitely come
appreciate
whenever
it.
you
I love
And they
it.
loving you in the comments.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
yeah.
I'm going to have to
Yeah.
look back.
PMU.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look back.
She need to be.
She talks, but nobody ever listens.
Huh?
She does talk.
She'll talk
I
that
know,
much.
I know.
You know what it is? That she's saying shit that people like, fuck that. We want to be on the bullshit. She's
Right.
saying good quality soul food, but motherfuckers want to eat McDonald's.
Right, that's how it is. It's all good, though.
See, you ain't the only
I
one
got
with the
flavor
metaphors.
burgers at this motherfucker.
Man, dope show.
No, you guys
dope,
were great.
dope
I
show.
had it so far.
We done went 3 hours. I don't think have you ever gone 3? The basketball show.
We did.
We went 3 hours.
Yeah.
But man, long show tonight, but it was a dope ass show, a good show. I appreciate all y'all in the comments checking us out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Appreciate all the love y'all showing us as always. It's PMU everything, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, the website, the world, Craig. The world. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We up out of here. Holla at you. Go
Peace.
take us up out of here, Lynn.
Bye, guys. It was so much fun.